Are we live? Do it live. Do it live. Do it live. Do it boomerang. Do it live. Are we live? Hello, viewer. Today is Sunday, February the 9th, 2025. Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Super Bowl Sunday. I am Brune, and I trust you are all doing very well today. On this evening's live stream, we are discussing, well, you know what we're discussing. Shall we get the guests out? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so first, the channel's very own Astromech Droid. It is Professor, I'm boomerang, Professor, where is he? Here he is. Professor R2. Yo.
Hello.
You're right.
Yeah, that's some brave stuff today. Counter programming the superb owl.
Do I say something like Happy Super Bowl Sunday or something?
Yeah, it's hand egg day.
Okay, and on that bombshell, it's great to have you on. Shall we get the next peep out?
Indeed.
You've not been bleeping.
My bleeping is not working at the moment.
Is it malfunctioning?
Yes.
Okay. Great to have you on, mate. Oh, hello, pussy. Cat, bugger off. Okay. Sorry, folks. Real life pussy. Is it a bird? Is it a puppet? Is it a headland? No, it's well, you know what it is, everybody. It is the price of reason.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, what happened?
Pussy dropped on my lap.
A pussy dropped on your lap?
Yes, a cat.
My
okay. Cat dropped. Yes.
Because generally that would be a positive development.
It would, but would it be positive live on air? Be different, but anyway.
First of all, any time that it may happen is not a negative thing. Just you have to just maneuver it the right way. Although I understand we're talking about a cat, so it's a different situation.
No, it's not shooty. Price, it's great to have you on, mate.
Great to be here.
Shall we get the next peep on?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. It was like a rhetorical question. Yeah, let's do it.
Going very well. Okay. Next, he's the #1 YouTube supermod. A man of behind the scenes man. Great behind the scenes man. It is Sir Melvin of the Deeply.
Hello, gentle people.
Yo, you all right?
Friends, Romans, countrymen.
How are
Brown,
you?
Congratulations on that thumbnail.
One of my finest moments.
It gave me impure thoughts. I can't say what I'm thinking. When I look at that picture of Sarah Michelle Gellar, I should probably go to prison just for the thoughts going through my head.
Do you think on the thumbnails I was knocking it out the park today?
I think that is the best thumbnail since that one I did myself with Darth Talon on it.
I must have just been in the zone for that moment when I was reading.
It just, inspiration. You were inspired.
Oh, inspirational, mate.
It's like you were thinking about thumbnails. The pussy dropped on your lap, and that just popped into your head.
And you're here. What a great day. What a great day. It's great to have you on, mate. Shall we get the next peep out?
Only if it's somebody good.
Good night,
I have
everybody.
a question for Melvin, though. I thought that you'd think that Sarah Michelle Gellar doesn't look good enough for you.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Apologize. Price isn't one of us.
Well,
get him.
You know, Gellar of 15 years ago.
Right. But I'm just
she's
saying.
Not bad now. I had a quick look. She's not bad.
Didn't Melvin say that he thought that Margot Robbie was mid?
Nope.
I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. Let's bring on the next person.
You'll have to go back and find that clip. I'd like to hear myself saying that. Maybe I did. I don't know. I say a lot of stupid shit.
You do indeed. Shall we get the next peep out? Okay. And last but by no means least, he's the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. He is Alf.
Hello.
Hello. You all right?
Hello. Yeah, I'm okay. How's everybody today?
Not bad. They're coming in already.
Oh, God. Never going to live that down, am I?
No, you really do need to get some shit. It's shit t-shirts. I think that could. You need to do it. It could fund. What do you call it?
Yeah,
Your
Rebecca.
yeah, merch. Yeah,
Merch with its shit on it. And just put a picture of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood next to it
it's
as
an
well.
amazing film.
Yeah.
Ian, it's great to have you on, mate.
It's good to be on. Michelle Gellar.
There is another,
There is another.
apparently.
That rhymes with Michelle Gellar. There is another.
She just unmuted her mic, so she's ready, folks.
There is she.
Yes.
There she is.
Hey, hi, Babs.
Hi. How are you guys? I'm so excited. I will talk about Buffy any day of the week. I love that show.
Don't you think she's got a strange nose, this Michelle Gellar, don't you think? It's just really
I think
weird.
they say Barb has got a strange nose.
No, she's got a really weird nose.
Do you know who's
I don't
got
think
a
she has
weird
a
nose?
weird nose.
Welcome
Michelle
to body
Gellar.
shaming on
Weird
Mr.
nose.
Brown Orange.
See, what's her name? Haley Atwell. She's got a strange nose because with elephants, it's usually a bit longer than that.
I'll give you the heads.
dear.
I spent an hour. I spent an hour in the green room listening to Melvin talking about Haley Atwell, and he's got a point.
See,
Sometimes.
I've swayed Brown. I've swayed Brown.
Yes.
How
You
are
like
you,
that?
Barbara? I apologize for interrupting your introduction.
No, it's fine. I'm so used to being talked over. It's fine. No, it is
Sound a bit like Vex there.
no, it's if Jay Goodwin had been on, he would tell you.
Oh, he talks over everybody. Don't worry
Yes,
about
he
it.
does.
I see.
Including himself, ironically.
That's quite a profound observation.
It is.
Yes.
Barbara, it is. Go on, Ian.
No, I was just saying, I was going to tell Melvin that Sarah Miguel, she's on the new
Miguel?
Dexter show. She's in the new
Lager.
Dexter show, isn't she?
Yes,
Yes,
he is.
New Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet. Immunity. There's going to be an actual new Dexter show, isn't there? Like
Yeah, there is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
after this one. Yeah,
Oh,
after
yes.
this one. So.
Babs, it's a genuine delight to have you on.
It's always fun to be here. Thanks for having me.
Shall we get this road on the shit show?
Get it on a shit
Do it.
show.
Okay. Evening chats. We can see you. Episode 261 Musings. Today's
Her
date.
nose is
Super Bowl.
fine. Sorry. Go ahead.
Her nose is fine.
No, her nose is fine in that picture.
Well, it's on her face, so that's
when
a
she
start.
turns to the side, though, that's when you notice it's a bit weird.
Well, a lot
Weird,
of actresses that go to Hollywood, get certain touch-ups. I guess she just
What
didn't
Photoshop touch-up?
She's got like a little bump on that nose because that they're shining a light on there, so you don't see it. But if you see it from the side, it looks
You've
a
been
bit
very
weird.
cruel. She used to be a cage fighter. That's where she got the bump on the nose.
I mean, I think that back in the day, women were more just the way they were. Over the
Well, like
years,
women, you mean? Like women?
What'd you say?
Well,
They were more like women, you mean?
Yeah, they were just
Instead of having a pair of bollocks.
over the years. I think it's become mandatory. You go to Hollywood, you want to succeed there. I think there's a certain number of operations that they make you do, like your
Sure.
cheeks and your nose, and sometimes your lips and things like that. So I don't know. I think she's from a different generation. She just looked the way she looked, and they made the show.
Yep.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes the ones that have a bunch of operations, then they start looking like a little bit like a fish.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
like
lot
that-
around
And smelling
right-
like one as
right
well.
now.
it's like that girl from The Boys who clearly did not need to have any kind of plastic surgery at all.
Yeah, she was pretty.
she was
pretty,
already.
yeah.
She was
Starlight, yeah.
very, very
Ruined.
pretty.
Ruined.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great.
Okay. Shall we
Stick with the
proceed then?
face you got, kids.
Yes, it's the only one you've got. Please like, share, subscribe. I removed these 5,000 subs because I think we're gone down subs again, by the way.
Really?
Don't it? Yeah. I think Amelia Bedelia said YouTube's clearing out the bots and burner accounts and stuff.
Oh, so you had bots then?
I don't know. Perhaps people have just unsubscribed. People come and go. It's just YouTube, isn't it?
That's true.
So,
yeah.
Please donate channel, memberships open, etc., etc. Okay, shall we? Severance. Did we have a new episode this week?
Yes, we did.
And who's still watching?
I watched it.
Yeah.
Prof, do you want to go first?
Yeah, still watching, still enjoying. This week was a lot happened. It was a really interesting turn. And we're really interested to see what is going to happen the next week. So yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's a good show.
Price?
Yeah, I think that this episode, it started off very slow, and the first maybe half of it really kind of weighed on me. But as it went forward and you saw more and more of it, I think the second half kind of rebounded. I sometimes... I understand that this kind of quirky and spooky thing is interesting, but they sometimes really take a long time to cut to the chase, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think a lot of the first half of the episode felt like they were trying to give some more background, expand a little bit on some of the lore, which did go kind of slow, admittedly.
It did. Even Professor admits that I'm right, that the first half was very slow.
Yeah, it's a lot of talking and a lot of walking, and there's not a whole lot of story there. It's kind of an odd situation that pops up at the beginning, but then it advances pretty quickly near the end of the episode.
The other thing is that the last episode left on something of a cliffhanger, and then this episode pretended that nothing even happened. Like, it doesn't even really follow up much, from what I could tell.
Yeah, there is a brief hint that is something that's still happening.
Right,
I'm wondering if in the next episode we're going to get a little more explanation of what the dynamic will be now after what happened in the previous episode.
Because I felt like I wanted to see more of what was happening at the end of the last episode, and then they're like, no, now we're on a mountain in the snow. Don't you like it when people walk in the snow for an hour? And I'm like, well...
Yeah,
that's what.
And there's some weird stuff going on. It's kind of like, what's the explanation for this going on? Except that that they have chips inside these people's brains, so it's rather certain they can make them see things if they want them to. But I enjoyed it. Yeah, probably the weakest of the episodes so far. But yeah, still enjoying it.
Any of the other panelists fancy Severance?
I don't have Apple TV, so I've not seen it. I only know it peripherally through Professor R2 and Price of Reason. But by all accounts, it does sound like something I would probably enjoy watching.
Melvin?
I was going to watch it, but that guy's got a funny nose, so I miss.
Yeah.
Wait, that guy, John Turturro? That
I think they all have funny noses there. Yeah.
Ian, what do you think?
I haven't got Apple TV.
It
sounds really interesting, actually. I really want to see it. I mean, you guys have persuaded me to watch it, so maybe if somebody sells the 7 Seas for me and sends
Pooper Chalupa. Does anyone have Apple TV?
It comes with your Mac, my Mac computer, but I just don't want to pay for it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. There's a few really good shows on there. They've had a few really, really enjoyable shows, and so we have it simply when we've got a whole family worth of Apple devices, and I have Apple computers, and so we have the package that basically comes with all of their services and extra storage for backing up devices and stuff. So,
are you in the Apple ecosystem?
Very much so.
Okay. So we're still recommending, guys, yeah?
Yeah, still enjoying it.
Just like Price says, if I start watching it, I hope it has a good ending. They don't give you a shit ending.
A happy ending.
All of it. Well, explanation to all of it, because again, we can only learn off Lost, because Lost was a shit ending. It really was. After all that mystery, it was just a big shit ending. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were letting the writers kind of do whatever the hell they wanted on Lost too, which didn't help.
I would have said that Lost was J.J. Abrams' biggest con, but then he had Star Trek and then Star Wars, so that was really just like a mini con.
What do you call JJ?
The Hamburglar of Hollywood.
What about that Cloverfield?
but you
there
know,
wasn't any clover and it wasn't in a field. It was.
but
I
you know
liked it
what,
though, yeah,
right?
I like that.
But you know what, right? He was good when he started. I mean, I think he did a really good job on the Mission Impossible 3 film.
There was a spy series as well. Alias.
Yeah, he did Alias. He did Fringe. I really love Fringe, and also I really liked you know, what is it? What's that film with the kids? Super 8. I like that. And then suddenly
he's all right.
he just turned to shit, didn't he? He just literally turned to
I
shit.
think that the only thing I semi-agree with you, and it's by far not my favorite film in the franchise, is Mission Impossible 3.
I liked it.
But he already went into something that was like a well-oiled machine. He sort of was supposed to help revive it a bit or kind of refresh it a bit. At the end of the day, he did that one movie, and if he was so great, you would have seen him do more movies. At the end of the day, they left him in some kind of executive producer credit, but it looks like after that third movie, Tom Cruise was kind of quick. He said the nicest things about him, but then was quick to get rid of him and bring other people.
You're kind of wrong about that.
He loves JJ. He just never let him direct another one. He's so great.
No.
No, Price, you're wrong.
Hold on. No, I'm not. Let me correct you on that. So basically, when Mission Impossible started, right? Tom Cruise's idea was to get a different director for each film, right? So he started off with Brian Palmer, and then he had John Woo. Do you know what I mean? He was determined, but then when that guy came, the what's his name? The guy
Chris McQuarrie.
When he came along, he formed a friendship with him and decided to use him going forward. So it wasn't because that he wanted to get rid of JJ. He wanted another director because that was the thing, to get good directors to direct each episode.
All I know is one thing. He didn't like JJ so much that he wanted him for the next movie. He wanted another guy that then after making one movie with the other guy, he made 1 million movies with him. So JJ is not on the same wavelength as Tom Cruise. If he was, he would have said, JJ, why don't you stay here forever and direct all these movies? Instead, he said, hey, JJ, you're a swell guy. I'll see you later.
No, well, it's not that. He's done 2 films with Chris, isn't he? He did the
Fallout's fantastic. Is it Fallout?
He did the Jack Reacher. He did the Jack.
That was a good movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that basically something changed in him, and he decided, okay, if we're going to do we're going to do the stories that follow. You know, it has something connected to the other story. Then I need one director to do it, and it was just so happens that Chris was there, and he used Chris, and they became really close friends. So that's what I heard anyway.
All I'm saying is that
I'm with Price on this one.
If J.J. Abrams had the stuff, he'd be the one making 1 million movies with Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise apparently was looking for a guy that's on the same wave as him. So if nothing else, maybe J.J. Abrams is fantastic, but he's not on the same wave as Tom, or else he would have wanted him for more movies. As far as replacing every time, the first one I think was Brian De Palma, which they didn't get along with from day one. Tom was the producer, and he didn't get along with that guy. That guy is an old school. He was friends with all those Scorsese and whatever. He had certain things that he wanted, and they didn't get along, even though I think the movie is fine, the first one. But to this day, I guess they don't see eye to eye on that one. The second one was John Chu, I think, or whatever.
John Woo,
whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
they
trying
make
to say.
shoes.
Sorry,
John. But you're forgetting, right, that J.J. Abrams wanted to
just amuse yourself, folks.
Go another route. He wanted to make Super 8. He wanted to do other movies as well. So even if Tom Cruise did ask him, he wanted to pave his way to make other films. He wanted to be like Spielberg, in other words, but he doesn't have the talent to be like Spielberg. So I don't know, but I reckon if Tom Cruise asked him, he would have said no, because he was already on his way to make Star Trek and Super 8 and the rest of it.
Ruining stuff.
You could be right. I'm saying that and if nothing else, it's not a black and white situation. I think
it's not.
This is a shades of gray situation, because I think, first of all, the third one didn't make, I think, even more money than the second and the first one. It wasn't considered a franchise high. And really, the best thing J.J. Abrams had going for him is that he had Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was completely underused. He was such a good actor that he just made faces and looked serious all the time. But if you think of his, his motivations as a villain, it's beyond the fact that he's a good actor. There's really not a lot there. It was very kind of superficial, very not deep J.J. Abrams, his usual bullshit, sorry. And the movie didn't do spectacularly well. And yeah, I mean, maybe J.J. also wanted to go and ruin other franchises, so he needed to clear a schedule for that. But
the thing is that you're judging it on what you feel about him now. But when he was starting off, now let me finish, right? He was starting off, Hollywood loved him. Hollywood loved JJ. Do you know what I mean? And
his wife.
Exactly. And I thought he was doing well as well. But obviously, history taught us.
No, but if we're being fair, I never really liked the guy.
I did. I
was
thought he was good.
Other than that, Price, you like him, yes?
No, I'll tell you what. Back in the day, I went from not liking some stuff that he did and thinking that maybe he's okay at some stuff, but never really thinking that he's great. And then over the years, that has just diminished and eroded. And now even stuff that maybe I once saw that was halfway decent that he did, I look at it and see his usual crap there, and it kind of annoys me. And he annoys me.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything more.
And on that bombshell, let's sidestep.
What's this?
Ben Stiller confirms Severance Season 3 Writer's Room is now underway.
A third one?
Yep.
Okay. So we're happy, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we? Yeah, we'll move on because we kind of got JJ'd.
Yeah. Well, JJ is a hack, so,
Sarah.
Who saw this? Big announcements.
I did.
Buffy.
I did. In fact, I talked about it on Friday.
Okay, so what's the story behind this then, Babs?
Well, Sarah Michelle Gellar has been very, very protective of not just the character of Buffy, but the show in general, and has always said that she does not feel like there is a way to move forward with any kind of reboot or anything like that, or revisiting the character. And so she's always been adamant about never going back. And now she has met with Chloe, is it
Zhao? Yeah.
Who apparently is very, very close to Buffy and will be directing the Hulu reboot.
It's definitely happening.
Is that the same woman that directed the?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God, it's going to be awful then.
What was the film? It's Internals.
Yeah, The Eternals, which was not a great movie, but I understand she's had other work that was good. I don't know. I've never seen it. But she mostly just agreed to continue a conversation. She didn't write off on anything. But from what I understand, it is still, has momentum and is moving forward. So
it's been ongoing for 3 years, the conversation.
Yeah. So and like I said, she's always said that she wants, if she does it, it has to be absolutely right because she doesn't want to let down any of the fans.
Who said that?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, is she in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They want her to come back. Although it will be
As a mentor.
Buffy as a mentor to a new Slayer and not.
Right.
Yeah. But she's always.
Did we all watch Buffy?
I watched it.
I have watched every single episode like multiple times. So
you need a man to direct Buffy. If you put a woman to direct Buffy, then you'll get all kinds of nonsense in there that doesn't deserve. I mean, say what you want about the guy who created Buffy. Yeah, he did a really good job on those series.
Yeah,
you do need a man's perspective when it comes to things
completely hands off on this one because he is just absolutely Hollywood poison right now.
Yeah. Well, he's a male feminist, so everyone flocks to him.
Fuck off with male feminism. I mean, he was touted as being the male feminist and all of this, garbage. But behind the scenes, he created an incredibly toxic work environment. And there was an unspoken rule that you don't leave Joss alone in a room with Michelle Trachtenberg.
Mm. Oh, yes, of
allegedly.
course.
Yeah. So
she was only like 15 or 16 at the time as well.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And
a lot of people alleged it, though.
Yeah, a lot of people.
See, MC coming in. Look, there you go.
And
thoroughly alleged.
But so he's definitely not invited.
Did you?
Back, but I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
Babs, you need to swear more, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Other than the C word, obviously.
Did you?
See you next Tuesday?
Not allowed to say that. You can say see you, but not
no.
Maybe having
you're
a
a
strong
lady,
male
though.
presence.
You're a lady, though, aren't you? So you don't swear.
Say damn.
No.
Damn. There you go. in some places, places it's called a swear word.
No, you should hear me on Fridays. I swear all the time. I have a mouth like a sailor because I'm the daughter of a sailor. But anyway, or a nurse, whichever you prefer. We swear a lot. But it could be that, it is good to have a strong male presence there to guide, to have a guiding force. But I don't think it's necessarily required. But I don't know anything about Chloe Zhao except that she directed
Eternals.
Eternals, and it was a crap movie.
It is crap, and also this is not her genre. She doesn't. She's she directs serious stuff, and they're pushing her because obviously she's a female. Also, did anyone see that interview with the guy who played Spike? And he explained that he was getting very popular, and Joss didn't like him at all. And one day, he had to put him in the series, and he got popular, and he pushed him up against the wall and said to him, "You're not in charge, I am," or some nonsense like that. He was being interviewed, and that's what he said. So Joss threatened him, but he couldn't stop his popularity. So that's why he became more of a player in the whole series. So there you go.
And from what I gather, he did not. Well, not only did he not like James Marsters, but he.
Oh, apparently, no. Sorry, here you go. Sorry, Babs. No, that's a bunch of bullshit.
It's not, because if you look at that show, what's that show called? What's that show called?
The one with Lex Luthor.
Yeah, the guy who plays that. Yeah, he was on it, and he said it. Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
So if you look at that,
he said that Joss Whedon threatened to kill him, and he believed that he meant it.
Yes.
I have a controversial take, but it's probably best that I keep it to myself.
You want J.J. Abrams to do this?
You want Squarehead to do it, don't you?
No, let's hear it.
Go Price.
Yeah,
so the thing is that I understand that everything you said about Joss Whedon is terrible, and I'm not dismissing it or discounting it, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times these type of people, as awful as they are, they were people that got a certain job done. I don't know what he was like. I don't know what he did that was good and bad, but I think that without him, if you replace Joss Whedon and put in with Chloe Zhao, you don't have a show. Chloe Zhao is a nothing to me. Maybe if you did like like an indie movie with $1 million and you gave her like a few people, some Asian actors to talk about their heritage or whatever she wants to do, maybe she could do that kind of movie. She's not good at anything else. She doesn't understand science fiction. She doesn't understand Buffy. I know I'm going to say something that's going to get me in trouble. I don't even know if she speaks English well. You know what I mean? I don't even know what these ladies were talking about. Hollywood just embraced her because she came from China, and she said that she didn't like the Chinese government or something. So they all embraced her and kissed her ass. I wouldn't give her anything. She got the Eternals. That was a huge flop. Now go back to the bench and sit there. Go make movies for $1 million and leave me alone.
I'm with Price again now.
There we go.
She shouldn't be let anyone near it. Give it back to Joss Whedon because he's got some creativity at least.
Totally agree.
He may be an asshole, but I think he probably could do a better job than her. As much you could say whatever you want about him, he probably would do a better job than her.
I don't think I'm not denying that. Obviously, he created two incredibly wonderful 3 if you count Angel, which was okay. But he created Firefly and Buffy, and these are 2 of my absolute favorite television shows of all time. I'm not denying that the man doesn't have a talent and a vision for creating amazing characters and creating amazing shows. I'm just saying nobody in Hollywood is going to touch him right now because he's considered poison.
So leave the show alone. So don't do it. What are you going to bring Chloe Zhao for this? You could. It's a DOA. You could already shut it down.
So hold on. So this, how do you pronounce this name here at the bottom? Listen, all you got to do is watch that show, and he may be lying. You might be right. He may be lying, and Josh may have had a reason to push him up against a wall and threaten his life. But just look at the show. Don't take it from me. Watch the show when he's on and listen to what he says. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure that the only people who know the truth, real truth, are them involved. So
it's not just James Marsters that has said it.
I'm not saying that Joss is great. He may be the biggest asshole in the world, and maybe he did stuff that's not legit. I simply don't know. All I'm saying is that a lot of times they're like, well, we can't hire him, so let's bring this other person. Mm-hmm. At least bring somebody with some credentials. You know what I mean? What's her credential? That she took hundreds of millions of dollars and flushed them down the toilet? Then let me do it. You know what I mean? Or why don't you let Mega Geek do it? I mean, he has some experience. He can go do it.
In all honesty, I probably would rather see Ian do this rather than
it would be fun.
I would too. I would give him the role. If I'm sitting now and I have Chloe Zhao or Ian in my room and I have to decide, like in an interview, giving it to Ian. Chloe Zhao can get the fuck out of there. I'm giving it to Ian.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
We have super chats. We'll take a break for a moment. MJK84 wrench 2 Canadian woke dollars. Bring back the thumbnail. I was almost finished. Google director for $5 a super sticker. We can't see that, but thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. MJK84 again. Wrenched 2 Canadian woke dollars. Did anyone see Silo season 2? Thoughts?
No, I haven't watched it.
Yes.
Nope.
Thoughts?
I enjoyed it. I felt it moved a lot slower than the first season. The first season was a little better paced. Part of that is simply because of where the characters were. You kind of were telling 2 separate stories at once, but I still enjoyed it. Some great acting from Rebecca Ferguson and some interesting characters. I'm eager to move on to the next season and see where they go. But it'll be another 9-10 months before we get to see that one.
Is that why she died in the last Mission Impossible film? Because she was doing that? Yeah.
It could have been that, yeah.
Shame. Ruddy. €2. The secret source on Buffy was the sexual harassment.
I don't know. I can't comment on that, but hey.
I don't know that it was necessarily sexual harassment. But he was known for creating a really toxic work environment. Charisma Carpenter, who played Cordelia, and I can't think of the other actress's name, but she played Tara. Willow's girlfriend.
Yeah.
They've both come out and talked about how they were treated on the sets, and they weren't great.
Same with Cordelia, right?
Yeah, it was a real shame with what happened to Cordelia.
Ruddy again, €2. Josh slept with Buffy actress. Creep.
Did he?
I don't know if he ever,
there was some alleged infidelity. His wife alleged that he
all alleged
that he maintained their marriage simply to cover his back over other behavior that he was involved in, including potentially some stuff with some of the actresses on the show.
Okay. Istophobus wrenched $2. Hello, my friend. No allegations of JW creeping. He's just a dick.
No, there were allegations of him creeping.
Definitely. From a lot of people. Like half the cast alleges it. And it's not hard to find. It's not hard to find. You can go on the internet and find it easy enough.
Yeah. He is quite talented because he did a really good job on
he did a really great
Firefly, was it?
No, what is it? Not Endgame. The other one.
He did the first Avengers, and he also did Age of Ultron too. But
it was a good movie.
Yeah, the first Avenger movie was fantastic.
really
Yeah,
good.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
did it with
denying his
him.
talent. He's kind of an asshole.
Okay. Mega Spider-Man Wrenched 5 Hello there. Hello there. To all, what's your favorite Dustin Hoffman movie?
Rain Man and The Graduate. I find.
Anybody else? Price?
Uh,
Babs? Anybody?
Favorite Dustin Hoffman movie? Well, certainly Brain Man. That may be.
I'm not going to pick Rain Man. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think.
I thought you said
Trying to
Brain Man.
I mean, The
though.
Graduate is a good movie. The Graduate is certainly a classic. I just kind of thinking.
Marathon Man, I like.
Yeah.
That's a good film as well.
With the teeth. Oof.
Yeah.
I would
Is
probably
it safe?
I would probably pick oh god, what's the movie where he plays the super old Indian guy?
Little Big
Oh,
Man.
Little
Yes,
Big Man.
Little Big Man.
Yeah.
Little Big Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, I waited on Dustin Hoffman once when I worked at Disneyland. He's kind of a jerk. He's kind of a
Yeah.
There's allegations. You know,
Yeah, that's why he was.
Allegedly,
Nobody wants to
allegedly.
work with him anymore because there's certain things are said about him. Yeah.
he's a very good actor. He won a lot of Oscars, hasn't he? He's like won.
Oh,
just-
yeah.
Yeah. He's very good in Tootsie.
Kramer versus Kramer or something like that.
Yeah.
Did he do anything kind of SE inappropriate when you waited on him?
Oh,
Oh no, nothing like that. He was just
Well, because the
Christ.
reason I ask is because when he was canceled, I think that they mistook him just being like an asshole to something else, and I
Great
actually
movie.
didn't think they needed to cancel him. I was against his cancellation personally.
Is he cancelled?
was he in a
this was
disaster
like
movie?
1986 when I was a teenager and I was working at
Was it?
Disneyland.
That was it. He was in a virus movie or something, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that one. The one with the monkey.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that one. Yeah, that was actually pretty decent though. The one.
Sphere. Was it called Sphere or something like that?
He was in Sphere.
No,
That's a
it
different
was
one, though.
something,
Oh, is that another one?
Contagion, not Contagion. I don't know what.
Was it
no.
Contagion?
Outbreak.
COVID.
Outbreak. That was
Outbreak.
Outbreak.
COVID.
Sorry, Contagion. That was close enough.
You know,
He was good.
Outbreak.
Got a name. It'll do.
He was good in Tootsie. I really thought he was terrific in Tootsie. So.
Yeah, Kramer versus Kramer, Tootsie. I mean, he had some good roles. He's a solid actor. And yeah, I think he's always been a jerk, but his cancellation was one of the stupidest things I'd seen. Testimony supposedly from a woman 50 years ago that said that he once put his hand on her behind was the main reason he got canceled, from what I recall.
What?
And that's like, I don't know what to tell you.
They did things like that back then.
Yeah, first of all, I really have no context of this situation. I guess this was a personal assistant of his, and she kept spending time in his caravan with him. And apparently, according to her, if I remember this stupid story correctly, he put his hand on her behind and she said, "I'm not interested," so he removed it. And this is the main catalyst for him 15 years later being canceled. Don't know what to tell you.
Okay, on that bombshell. Okay, we're going to move on from Buffy before we start punching each other. Okay. Who saw this? Shogun season 2 has been written. We're done with the 10 episodes and we have our finale now.
I haven't watched it because I don't have Hulu. Also, another show that I would probably be and enjoy watching.
Not excited about this at all.
It's a one series, isn't it?
I
should have been.
I really enjoyed the first one. I didn't like the ending. They should have just stopped after the first season, and I had no interest in this. But having seen this slide where it says we have a finale now, if they're going to do 10 more episodes and end it properly, then I will watch it.
Oh.
But if they're planning on making an ongoing thing, I won't watch it.
Yeah, finale.
If they want to get 10 seasons out of it, then I'm out.
Yeah, the problem is that they used up the book, so they're going to be making this up out of whole cloth.
Oh, really?
And so
that's the way it goes.
Oh, yeah, that's just not going to be. Yeah,
I was okay with the first season. It should have just stayed as a miniseries. They're being greedy here, and maybe they'll shock me and they'll be able to deliver something, but they have no source material, and that's like a Game of Thrones season 8 situation here. I really don't have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, I feel
the thing is, though, they altered it from the book. character-wise,
They
because
did.
they didn't go in depth with the Japanese characters in the book,
Mm.
but they did in the show. So, I mean, that it's the same people who wrote basically the first season that will be writing the second. It's only the events from the book that were
Yeah.
mostly the same, but
Yeah.
the character work was all new, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not dismissing that they could pull something out of their hat and make a really good season 2. I mean, I would love that. That would be really enjoyable. It seems like, I don't know how that's going to happen.
Well,
I just don't
they
know that
want
we
more.
have the writing talent to make that happen
Yeah, but
today.
they want more, don't they? It's the same thing. The Americans always do that with British people.
Can't leave it alone, can they?
Yeah, they basically stop when they know it needs to stop. This should have stopped in first season. Same thing with Squid Game.
Yeah.
They should never have made season 2 Squid Game because it's just the same bloody thing. So they should have stopped there as well. But anyway, it's more money, it's more streaming.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I do agree with Melvin though that as enjoyable as the first season is, you really get let down by that finale. It's just sort of like a build up to nothing. It's just sort
It
of
is
like,
a bit
it
anticlimactic.
ends.
I didn't hate it, but I understand what you guys are saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, I know where they were going with that ending and how they were trying to deliver on that ending. It just felt very, very much like a letdown, an anticlimax.
And they saved a few dollars probably, which I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know
sure
why
they
they
did.
needed to. They had a budget. They should have just done a bigger battle at the end, but it is what it is.
Mm.
Okay, so no idea when it's going to show, but it's on its way, folks.
See it in
Anybody?
5 years.
Anybody watching this? Still on, isn't it?
I saw the
Anybody?
commercials. It looked lame, and I didn't touch it. I
I
don't know.
kind of get the feeling nobody's watching it. Anybody?
Yeah, I thought about watching it because honestly, it kind of reminded me of the Spider-Man that I read and I watched when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But then I read a description of it that made me went,
Yeah.
And the description was originally meant to be yet another origin story, but later decided that it would be set in an alternate universe, with the show being described as a quote, an extended what if episode.
What?
Yeah, and that's when I went, okay. I can't get into the what if stuff. I've tried. I can't.
Yeah, it's just their excuse for putting in the agenda, the what if thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Well,
what they did.
Boom, after that.
The old what if comics were something that was enjoyable, but they were one-offs. Every month you got something completely different, some wild, twisted, weird story. They weren't trying to tell some ongoing thing about something happening in a different universe or whatever. I couldn't care less for this show. I watched the first episode. I hated the production, the art style, and the story was completely meh. And then they got all these race swapped characters and stuff.
So we're saying avoid, yes.
Avoid.
Avoid. Okay. Deadpool and Wolverine has won 3 awards at the 2025 Saturn Awards. Best Film Editing, Best Action Adventure Film, Hugh Jackman Best Supporting Actor.
They
The
not
Saturn Awards are quite
for script,
important, aren't they?
Didn't win script because there's a big controversy about that now, isn't there? About the script. So,
which is
about who's that guy that he's taking a piss out of in that film with his wife?
Yeah.
Baldoni.
Blake Lively stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It won awards for most annoying fucker and fucker I most want to slap and fucker with the biggest bitch of a wife. 3 awards and well deserved.
Yeah, Vex is becoming a bit of a expert on that story.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. I really did like this movie a lot.
Yeah, it's fun.
I thought it was so fun and I thought it was funny, and I don't have any beef with it at all.
Yeah, but it looks
Good
like
for them.
courts are going to have some beef with it soon, aren't they?
It was a fun movie, but it's another one of those things where I've got to argue against the bad argument. It's fun, it was entertaining, but it was not a good movie. It was, and Ryan Reynolds was really, really, really annoying and outdid himself for annoyingness.
I don't think it was as good as the first.
I can't
Deadpool
stand
movie.
the arguments that it's great and it's a fantastic movie. It's wonderful. It's a 10 out of 10. I'm thinking, fuck off, people.
I don't
No, I
think
don't-
it's necessarily a
it was
10
not.
out of 10, but I
No.
had a lot of fun
No,
going.
I wasn't throwing accusations at you, but just in general, when it came out, that was kind of the buzz.
No, I actually said from the first day that I saw it that it was not as good as Deadpool 1 and 2,
Well,
and that it really it already was built on the goodwill that you saw 1 and 2 and you enjoyed it. But when you think about the storytelling there, it's really nothing great. The main thing that works is that you like the chemistry, between Reynolds and
mhm.
Hugh Jackman. You enjoy that whole aspect of it. There are some things that if you like comic books and you like comic book movies, there's enough there to be considered as a fun popcorn movie. But Deadpool 1, 10 years from now, if you look at Deadpool 1 without thinking of the trend and how it's
Yeah.
kind of trendy contemporary humor, the third one, the first one is going to hold up a lot better.
Okay.
I would agree with that statement.
Yes.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with it being a fun movie. And I did laugh. The opening scene
Yeah, at its moments.
of him destroying TVA agents with these skeletal remains. I thought that was fantastic. I laughed my butt off at that movie.
Ryan
It had,
Reynolds
it had its moments.
is the little 5-year-old boy who sits at the table sticking chips up his nose to get attention. That's Ryan Reynolds, and he's just annoying. It's like, if he was 5, you would slap him, and if
Melvin,
if he's 50, you can still slap him.
the character's meant to be annoying, and he played it very well.
He's
Good
the merc with
casting,
the
yeah.
mouth. That's
It shouldn't be that annoying. It shouldn't be that annoying that I should leave the theater angry.
Yeah, but that's you though, isn't it? That's your opinion. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people who went to see this film thought it was a good film. And the question is, what
Here is this
what
thing,
constitutes a good
Whose
film?
we go.
opinion
That's the
should I
question,
give?
isn't it?
Whose
Here
No,
we
opinion?
but
go.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
right?
This keeps
What
coming back.
constitutes
People say-
what
I know,
constitutes
but
a
when
good
people
film,
say-
Melvin? That's the thing.
Shouting.
No, because Melvin
Well-
won't let me talk, so I'm talking over him. That's what I'm saying. What
When
constitutes
people
a
say
good
that's
film?
your opinion, whose opinion should I give? Rewind.
I'm
Whose
just
opinion should I
saying
give if
that-
not my own?
No, but I'm just saying that you got to figure out a reason what makes a good movie, and then once you figure that out, then you have to decide whether it's a good movie or not. I guess
It's
I
not
don't
my
know.
job making them, man. I just watch them.
And so do I. I think it was all right.
I'm
It
a
was
viewer.
all right.
I only want
Great.
to entertain.
Okay, I will say,
know,
considering
If
what
I'm not entertained, it's because they didn't do their job.
okay, considering what preceded it for quite a few years,
Mm.
we were very
Thank you.
kind of very
Grateful.
ready to receive this. It might not be the best film ever. It had its moments.
And I was pleasantly surprised at how many digs they were able to get
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, no.
So
very
that
smart.
was,
Okay.
I think there was only one joke, and it was,
Okay, we'll give the
Yeah.
final word to Vex Electronica Wrench. Reminder, Deadpool was shite. Okay, let's move on then.
At the Saturn Awards, there was one great thing that happened. William Shatner got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh,
great.
nice.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
And there was also
Great.
an award for Superman and Lois Brown. So
Oh, get in for best.
it's a legacy award. It's one of their
Great
named
TV
awards.
show.
Yeah.
The best fugly Superman ever. That's probably what it got
The,
the
the
award for.
the last 10 minutes of Superman and Lois was, I think, the best TV I saw last year. Incredible.
Mm.
Okay, this has been going on as well, hasn't it? The
What's this?
Is it-
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Rob
Life-
Liefeld not invited to the
Yeah, I know. It's
events.
crazy, right? Yeah.
The guy who created
Mhm.
Deadpool.
Mm.
Well, he's one of two guys that created Deadpool.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was the artist.
Yeah.
Do we know what the story is
Yeah.
behind this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
he-
Price.
Well, basically, he claims that he went to the premiere of Deadpool, and usually at these type of premieres, and this is a strange case where I can even say from experience, not that I was invited to this premiere, and usually these such high-profile ones, back in the day. It's not that every second I was invited to, but what typically happens is where the theater is, either on location, there's a little kind of cocktail party after a premiere, or sometimes like a block or two next to the theater, there's like a little bar, could be even a dive bar that just somebody made a deal with them. You have a few drinks, there's a little bit of a get together, for the cast and crew, and it's usually a kind of a little, call it a little after party where the cast and crew kind of just, it's a little bit of a celebration. He claims that they did this event and they purposely didn't invite him to the part where you have a drink and an hors d'oeuvre or whatever it is, and they all went next door without him, and he was the only one that wasn't invited.
Yeah, there was a snub for the after party.
Now the thing is, in his eyes, he says that when Deadpool was with Fox, the Fox were a lot more nice and generous and courteous to him. Yeah. Whereas ever since it moved to Disney, they're not so much that way. And he claims that Kevin Feige, who didn't know who he is, on the red carpet, purposely pretended that he didn't know who he was and wouldn't talk to him or something like that.
Wow.
And then later, he noticed that he wasn't invited to the thing. He had a few other grievances. Personally, even though it sounds like first world problems, because I've been at these type of events, and I figure, this is a guy that created this character. They're making a movie that they're going to make already probably known that he's going to make. They're going to make a lot of money, which they ended up making like $1.5 billion or whatever it is. You may as well invite, the guy that created it to have a drink with you afterwards.
It's mean, isn't it?
What'd you say?
It's a little bit mean. Is that?
It is
mean-spirited.
Yeah, except he does kind of have a reputation for being a.
Even if he has a reputation for being like annoying, you know what? Most of those people in Hollywood are annoying. I can take every one of those people at that party and show you how they're annoying. You have a party with Kevin Feige and Ryan Reynolds. If those guys aren't annoying, I don't know who is. You know what I mean? So this guy's also annoying. I feel like he would fit right in, really.
So from what I understand, in addition to everything that Price just said, was he was incredibly butthurt about being snubbed from the after and had said, previously in an email to Marvel that it's time that you start supporting your creators and giving them credit with where credit is due. But one of the things that he wanted was sort of a single frame credit, I guess, like what they did for the two kids that created Superman. He wanted something like that, and they didn't give it to him. This is also the same guy who really downplayed Fabian. I can't pronounce his last name. Is it Nichenze or something like that? Who is the writer part of Deadpool, and downplayed all of his work and contributions toward the character. So it's not like he, is, trying to make a martyr.
I'm with you. He's probably a difficult person to work with. I understand that. But the thing is that if you're going to invite him and his family to a premiere, and then everybody moves just a few minutes away from there together to go have a drink and sort of celebrate, and then him and his family are just standing there, you kind of have to be real jerks. You know what? If you don't want him there, don't even invite him to your premiere. It's sort of like, we'll invite you to the premiere, but then when you're here, we'll treat you like crap. That to me doesn't work. And at the end, he's not making the bulk of the money off of all of this. Maybe he has a deal that's worth something. Maybe he is getting paid, but from that $1.5 billion, he's not making the lion's share of that. You may as well let him have a beer, let him have one of those burgers on a stick or whatever it is, and let his family take a picture with him. You don't have to be jerks about it.
Can I ask a question? So basically,
last comment on this.
Can I ask a question? Is it him and another person that created Deadpool?
Yes.
Is that official?
Yeah, the guy's name is Fabian.
Okay, so hold on. So if that's official, yes, his name should be in the same par as the other guy. If they both created.
Well, they did
Deadpool,
get a credit at the end of, it's just a standard created by such and such people.
Then what's he moaning about then?
Well, if he hadn't have created,
what he wanted
Deadpool, none of them would be there.
You can
Sorry,
always
Bob.
ask for something. Sometimes you ask for something and you say, "Hey, can I have this
He
and this?" And,
wasn't asking for money. He was only asking for that credit.
Yeah.
Credit.
and they said no, and they had the right to say that. And after that, they could still invite him to the premiere, and they can still let him have the stupid beer and not be mean to him.
And the burger,
Or
and the
if they're
burger on
so
a
upset
stick.
that he asked for a credit, just don't invite him at all.
But hold on, there was the same problem with Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, wasn't there? The credit of creation of Spider-Man, right? So for years it was just Stan Lee that got the credit for the creation of Spider-Man, and then they came to some thing, and then his name was stuck with it as well. So it does happen, doesn't it? If he created Deadpool with that guy, he should get the credit, I guess.
I'll be
we
quiet
move
now,
on?
though. People are saying that I didn't let Barbara talk, so I apologize,
Oh,
Barbara.
no, you're
You
fine.
say-
It's fine.
May we move on? I think we put that one to bed, don't you?
I feel sorry for him. He didn't get his
Yes.
burger on a stick.
No.
Burger on a stick, yeah.
Burger on a stick.
Oh, look at this. New official poster for Captain African American. Brave New
You can't
World.
see the black guy. There
Look
you
at
go.
that.
Just
That's
because
Chinese
he was in
poster.
China.
Look at
Chinese
that. Do we like
poster.
that?
It's the Chinese poster, everybody.
That's an
do you wanna see
American
this, then?
poster. They're taking that black guy
Hey,
off
look
the
at that.
American
In
poster.
China, look at that.
And there's no black guy on it either. What the hell?
Somebody dropped that tonight, literally before we were coming on.
That's hilarious.
Was it? No, so yeah, saw that on my feed
Absolutely
today.
hilarious.
I wonder how many refunds are going to be asked for in the Chinese cinemas.
Yeah.
You didn't tell us this was an African American.
Oh, they know.
How bad is that?
But,
Poor
it's
Anthony
terrible,
Mackie.
isn't it? Well,
That's terrible.
mm.
Who's going to see it this week?
I
I'm going to
am.
see it.
I
No.
promised Brown I'd see it.
I'm gonna book my ticket tomorrow. I tried booking it today, but the the cheaper tickets had run out, so I need to do it tomorrow.
I went to see the 5th of was it the 5th of September or September the 5th today? It was quite good actually. Don't know if
What,
you guys know
on
that film.
Sunday, 9th of February. That's very good.
Yeah.
Who's going to see it? I think we're going to see it, all of us, yes?
No,
I'm going to see it.
I'm probably not going to see it in the theaters.
Oh, go see it. Go
Thanks
on.
for can't wait.
First
I can't
screening
wait
on
to see
Thursday.
it.
Yep.
I couldn't be less interested in a movie than this.
No,
Thank you.
I think this movie is a big movie, but for all the wrong reasons. This is a massive movie.
I think my son's going to see it in the
I
theater.
think
But
it may be even worthy of just a separate stream talking about it next week. I don't know.
Yeah. You say
It's
you're going
gonna
to
be
see it on
interesting.
Thursday, Price?
Yep. The first
Oh.
second that I can see it, I'm going to be there.
When is it
I
released
may
over
have to
here?
sneak it in on Thursday.
Friday. It's
Friday.
Thursday or Friday. Guys,
Friday, okay.
I think we need to go see this.
I'll go and see it on Friday, definitely.
It's going to be. It might
Oh, wait,
surprise us. We don't know.
What
I
day's
think
Friday?
we need.
I think we know.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I think we know.
Okay. Okay, I'll say this: if you can get a cheap ticket, go see it.
I
Hold
can
on, what
tell you
day's
how it's
Friday?
going to end, right? I have a prediction.
A prediction?
A prediction, right? Harrison Ford Hulk is going to be just about to kill Captain America, right? And then Waller-Bridge is going to punch him and knock him out, and he's going to wake up in his bed.
That's
He's going to
hilarious.
wake up in 1944 or something.
Yeah, he's going to wake up 2,000 years later. He get hit that hard.
Oh no, can't see it. Damn it! On Friday, I'm working.
We can see it on.
Damn it.
We call it
I'll go and see it
Saturday.
on. Yeah, I'll go and see it on
Yeah.
Saturday. So I'll see it on Saturday. Definitely.
I don't know if next Sunday we'll do the Musings, but maybe do a separate
Red Hulk.
show and just get some different people on. I don't know. I'll play it by ear. So generally, I think if we all can get cheap tickets, I think it's worth a watch. Yeah.
No.
No.
I find that I went through a phase where I decided that these people didn't deserve my money, but I don't think
there
they
you go.
deserve my time either, even for free. I'm not even
Okay.
going to watch it for free. I just don't care. They have to win me back with something good.
Okay. Final word to Sword then. Sword and Storm Wrench. Hello, my friend. Don't give them your money.
See, he knows.
He does.
Listen, they get enough of my money when I have to pay for a Disney Plus subscription every
Okay.
month. So.
Okay. I will say, as a YouTuber, I probably will need to go see this one A lot of the movies I kind of avoid, but I think this one is if I can get a cheap ticket, which I can. So, shall we do a super chat? M Duke 84 wrenched 2 Canadian woke dollars. Brown say Captain America, New World Order. Welcome to casual racism on.
You know something? You picked the
Mr.
wrong guy, but you can't speak normal English. Never mind.
Yeah, I can't even say it in normal English, mate, but
Never mind pigeon.
Captain America. Let's move on then. Sidestep. Captain America Brave New World earned 346k in the first day ticket pre-sales in China. It is higher than Batman, 175k, and Deadpool Wolverine. Sorry, the Batman. And Deadpool and Wolverine, 221k.
Tickets must be cheap in China.
Say that 10 times.
It's the poster that's fooling them. I think once they go see it, they may not feel the same way.
It's the Hulk, though, isn't it? They like the Hulk thing.
Yeah.
They like the Hulk thing. Maybe that's the only reason.
They like that he's red.
Yeah,
Plus, they get money from US aid.
Yeah.
Bit of politics.
They put Will Smith's name on the poster in China and hope nobody.
I heard that they added to the fight at the ending because originally he was only meant to be in it for a very small time, the Red Hulk, and I think they
they're still filming it.
More in it. I don't know if they're still filming.
We're filming it till next Friday.
Yeah, I think they put more Red Hulk in there. I think. So I don't know.
Okay, let's probably a sidestep.
The thing about this film is everything looks processed. When you see the trailer, everything looks like CGI.
It's awful.
Nothing looks real.
Awful. Captain America Brave New World is now tracking to earn $86 in its domestic box office opening weekend. That's not bad, is it?
£1.05 million domestic box office. Yeah.
What was the budget?
$10 trillion. Oh, sorry, that's US aid. Sorry.
Was it because I read somewhere that the budget was 180 million?
That was undoubtedly.
That was 2 years ago.
How can that be when they've had so many rewrites and reshoots?
When they say budget, that is what was originally slated for the movie to be made under. With all of the reshoots and everything that they've done, it's probably at least doubled.
Yeah. So
there's no way this movie cost
what about
the actual 180,000.
Marketing as well? That'd be 150 probably.
Yeah, that marketing will be another 150 200. The marketing has been massive for this, so I bet the marketing budget is actually pretty high compared to most films. So
I can't see this earning a profit.
There's not a chance.
No.
How does sorry, can I ask a question? How does he turn into Red Hulk then? Has it been established on but has it been established in a TV show that I didn't watch that he was the Red? Oh, okay.
No.
They'll probably show you in this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So homework, everybody. You need to see Captain African America 10 times, each of you, and it might turn a profit.
No.
Killed it.
No.
Welcome to Killing the Stream. Okay, let's is it sidestep?
Another sidestep.
Sam Wilson will lead. See, I think this is the stepping stone into their next phase, so they need this to do well.
This
Wilson
is the end of phase 6, isn't it?
And the beginning of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Wilson will lead. Yeah.
9.
Sorry, I can't that.
Hold on. So Sam Wilson's got no powers or anything.
Nope.
Leading the Avengers. Okay. Make any sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just setting themselves up for more flops.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna fight a Hulk without any superpowers whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why he's leading the Avengers is because he's black. I thought I'd say it, and everybody's thinking it, but I thought I'd say it anyway. So That's the reason why.
I just
End
thought
of.
he was leading it because he
Is-
was now Captain America, and
Is-
Captain was always the leader of the Avengers.
Is that what Duke 84 Wrenched is inferring, Ian?
Of course, that's what he's doing. But that's what I'm saying. It's anyone with a
Bam.
brain, anyone with a brain can see what they're doing. And there's well, unfortunately for us, there are loads of people without brains, and I'll just go and see
Yeah,
this or see
yeah,
it
that's-
anyway.
Yeah, me. I have no brain.
Yeah. I'll just go
Black
and see it
Pearl
anyway.
magic. That's funny.
It's just
Hmm.
well, it's good. It's good for It's good for him as an actor because he gets paid quite a lot of money, doesn't he? So it's good for him.
You know what, right? I'm going to say, if it's a good plot and I'm entertained, I could probably get over the CGI if I'm entertained. It's going to be tricky getting past the CGI on this one.
Yeah, but for me, right, every time I see a film that's been processed so much, it immediately takes me out of it.
Yeah.
It just takes me out of it, and I'm just sitting there going, "What am I watching here?" You know, it's like, anybody seen the trailer for that Jurassic Park one? The effects in the first one look better than in the trailer
we'll get to that,
of
yeah.
that one. It's
Okay,
crazy.
we'll get to
Very uninspired, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. This is kind of a sidestep type merch type, I think. So we've got merch coming. Hot Toys has revealed their newly highly detailed 1/6 scale figure of Anthony Mackie's Captain African American from Captain America: Brave New World. Who's buying that then?
No thanks.
Crickets.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Some
Brian.
some shills.
What's that?
They'll
Brian
give these
will buy
away.
it. Yeah, Brian will buy it.
They'll give these away to some YouTubers to try and get some show reviews.
Probably.
Yeah. Robert Meyer Burnett's going to do a review.
Oh,
of
he'll
this
lap
and
it
tell
up. Yeah, he'll lap it up.
Is he a fan then? Or by Burnett?
I think he gets a lot of freebies for saying shit things are good.
Oh, okay.
That, I'm speculating, right? I have no evidence. I'm
As much as we
speculating.
like Robert. Okay. Let's
Good save.
let's just
What's next? Oh, hello.
I actually laughed out loud at this.
Shackman's MCU projects, WandaVision, Fantastic Four, retro TV sets. Who saw the trailer?
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it?
Matt Shackman's kind of a hack, so this isn't a
I'm
good
very
sign.
loud, Price.
What's the trailer for?
I'm loud?
WandaVision?
Yes,
Maybe it was because I did mute and then unmute.
you're loud.
Maybe.
Okay, so who saw the trailer then for
I
Fantastic
haven't.
Four? Again,
I have.
heavily
Oh,
pro.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Babs?
Yeah, I have seen it. I will say I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm cautiously optimistic on this, just because I like that they opted to do a sort of retro version of it. I think that looks nice. I still don't like Pedro Pascal as Reed
Mustache,
Richards.
man.
It
He
is
speaks
just
funny as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Pascal is not even the smartest guy in the room, let alone the smartest man in the universe. And so I think his casting is really off. I'm also not really sure about Vanessa Kirby as Sue. Everybody else praises her. I think it looks a little off. Yeah, the whole casting part of it looks off, but the overall look of it, I'm kind of interested in.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of interested in that mid-century modern look.
But with so many multiverses, here is another one set in a different time zone. And then they're calling it the MCU. Yeah, well, a different time zone, like 50 years ago, 60 years ago. It's like, where does this fit in then to the MCU? It's not the MCU then, is it?
Oh, they're not on Eastern time then, is what you're saying.
Well, there's 60 years in the past.
Okay. Oh, reality shit.
For me, right, there was red flags everywhere, right? For instance, right, it was Sue Storm that was taking charge, which kind of another big red flag. Second red flag was the Thing cooking in the kitchen. He wasn't doing anything fantastical. He wasn't lifting like a aeroplane or something like that. and the third one is
And the
Johnny,
thing sounded,
Johnny,
his voice sounded like a twerp.
yeah,
Oh, it's
Johnny
strong.
Johnny Storm having a wank in his bedroom, and he gets caught when he got on the
Yeah,
way
what
to
was
the door.
what was that?
I was like, what the hell's that all about? But yeah,
Johnny
so-
Storm cracking one off.
It looks like it, didn't it? It looked like it, didn't it? Because he was surprised.
Jesus.
The cast of the old one,
Was better.
Yeah.
Ion Griffith and Chris
Oh,
Evans.
that's on it.
That cast was fine.
Mm.
I would say probably Jessica Alba wasn't perfect as Sue Storm, but I would
Oh.
definitely rather have her even
Better than
now
this.
than
Yeah.
Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
And
Shall we?
and Chris Evans was perfect as Johnny Storm,
Okay.
wasn't he?
Shall we do? We're still on. We'll do a sidestep. Marvel Studios say none of the Fantastic Four posters were made with AI after some fan backlash.
Oh shit.
Just the script,
BS.
not the
Shut
posters.
up. They're lying through their
Yeah.
teeth. They were absolutely made with AI. There's several things that you can see in those things that are just obviously AI. Right there in the dead center, there's a guy holding a flag who only has 4 fingers. It is BS. They absolutely used AI. They just don't want to admit to it. I didn't really get to say anything about the trailer. Casting is 100% wrong. Everyone is wrong for their parts.
Yeah,
At least as we can tell in the trailer. Completely wrong.
Right.
And
yeah.
to me, that's a red flag because that was what actually I think made the early, the early phases of the MCU work so well. Was the casting was dead on.
Oh,
They
yeah,
found the
absolutely.
perfect people
Yeah.
to play those roles.
Yeah.
These people do not fit at all. They're wrong for it. And the thing is too small, and his voice is wrong.
Oh, is
Does
he?
look very small.
I was
He's
just
too
about to
small and
say
his voice
that
is all wrong.
because in the comics, right, he towers over
Yeah.
Sue Storm
He's huge.
and Mr. Fantastic, and he just looks like a big man. That's all he looks like. Do you know what I mean?
And why is he in the
Right.
kitchen making cupcakes and stuff?
Sauce.
Because his character is not really like a kind of tough guy. He is a big, fat mincer.
Brilliant.
Has he got small boulders?
Do you know what? Right? Would it kill Disney to have a little boy on the cover of their posters, for God's sakes, or is that a little boy? Can't tell.
What?
You know, like a male
Zendaya?
character. Do you know what I mean? Just like a boy, like a fanboy or
That's
something.
a weird
for
obsession
Fantastic
you got there,
Fours.
Mega.
No,
Why do
because-
you like little boys so much?
Oh, for God's sakes! Get your mind out the gutter. All I'm
I'm
saying
just
is that
fucking with
they
you.
Says the man who likes
always,
Zendaya.
that they always focus on the females.
What?
I just don't understand why they keep doing that. It's a boy's own thing, the Fantastic Four. It really is.
There you go.
Everything.
Drew's with you, Ian. He's asking, give me a boy.
My. Oh my, yeah. Well, as I told Price earlier this week, I guarantee you there will be a scene where Reed is trying to solve a problem. He's doing, he's scrawling these mathematical functions down this, huge chalkboard and stuff, and you're gonna have Vanessa Kirby's, Invisible Woman. She's going to come in. Sue Storm's going to come in, and she's going to say something, and he's going to say, "Oh, that's brilliant! You helped me figure it out." Whatever. There's going to be something where he's not the smartest man in the room, right? She's going to be the smart one to figure it out for him. So
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Well, she does take charge of the trailer, doesn't she?
She does.
So, yeah. So it's really puzzling.
Okay. There's plenty of stuff. We'll just move on. Who saw this, Price? Do you know anything about this?
Yes, I'm the one that tweeted it.
Care to read it?
Yes, I wrote, did you know these 2025 picks prove that Ion Grufford is still better than better casting for Reed Richards than Pedro Pascal in Fantastic Four, even today?
He does now.
would
He looks
agree.
more like Reed Richards, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Ewan Griffin.
Yeah, I think, honestly, if they would have just done a movie, I don't know what they would do in the future, but if, let's say, instead of the crap that we saw in this trailer, they just would have brought back him, Jessica Alba, and even, Chris Evans to play Johnny Storm in whatever universe they were in, and then bring Michael Chiklis to do the voice of the thing, but have maybe CGI this time around, and not CGI that looks kind of weird the way the one we saw in the trailer, I think that could have probably been a good movie that people would have enjoyed. Nobody ever had any issue with this cast. It was more a matter of the screenplay.
Mm.
Now we have a screenplay that's probably not good and a cast that's not good. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll go and it'll be the best thing ever.
No.
If it is, I'll
Just look
admit
at
it.
it. Just
If
You
it
won't be
ends up
wrong.
being great,
You
I'll
won't
admit
be
it.
wrong.
guys, just look at the pictures, and you just straight away you're out of it. Good night,
You know,
everybody.
Pedro Pascal also, he's very overexposed. The thing is that people are like, well, he is a
Literally.
decent actor. You know what? I'll give you that he's a decent actor.
He's
First
not
of all,
bad.
he's not the best actor. It's not like he's Laurence Olivier. He's not like, Alec Guinness. He's not Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Well, he's an okay actor. He's fine. You can put him in some stuff. He's above average. But he's not the kind of actor that you're like every single movie, every single role, no matter what it is, no matter what range is required for it, they automatically just put him in there just because he seems to check off whatever boxes that they want. And I just don't think that he needs to be in every movie.
I read the funniest comment when I was
It's not this
watching.
one, is it?
No, when I was watching the trailer on Twitter, there was a comment underneath it. I wish I had screenshotted it, but somebody said, Pedro Pascal wearing out his welcome since 2022. And then followed by 21st century Phil Collins. And I laughed so hard at that comment because it was so true. It is. It's
People
totally
shouldn't disrespect Phil Collins.
Was great.
he
Narcos,
can
though.
hear it calling in the air tonight. He's got the second sight.
Did Pedro wear a skirt in one? Or am I getting that wrong?
Gladiator 2.
I think he did
Probably.
one premiere.
Okay.
He probably likes
those
wearing
premieres,
skirts in his
didn't
free
he?
time. I don't
Okay.
know if in the
It's a
poster
side
for
step,
this.
everybody. It's a side step. Wait, look at that. Pedro Pascal of today's Fantastic Four trailer launch.
Oh, God.
Is he licking glass?
Window licker.
Or Vanessa Kirby, probably.
I think that's a perfect opportunity for Elon to launch him into space and forget about him.
That's easily the most masculine thing I've ever seen him wear.
Is that it looks like they've cut a hole in a costume and he's just sticking his head in there, or is he actually in that costume?
He's
Looks
in
weird.
the costume.
I think
is
it's
it?
a posed suit that you climb into from
Oh,
behind.
right, yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like it.
Okay. Side step. Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby watching the first trailer for the Fantastic Four.
What
First
the hell is he
step
wearing? Is he wearing his
telling you.
pajamas?
Yeah, he wears like the frankly queerest stuff I think I've ever seen.
He looks kind of like a creep.
He's a
Sorry.
weirdo. He's a total weirdo.
He looks like a creep in this
Is he?
picture.
She's just putting up with him, isn't she?
Well, I mean, didn't he once say that in public he has to hold on to women because he gets nervous or something? So now
He's always
women
got to
are
be
next to
touching
him.
people.
Dirty bastard!
Ugh.
If I were to say that, I don't think anybody would accept that. I mean, imagine I go to this place and touch all these ladies and say that I'm nervous, so I have no choice. I don't think that would fly well.
I just thought of something hilarious, but I can't say it out loud, so I'm not going to.
He just looks like a creep.
Is he
really
kissing
does.
that guy on the right with the helmets on? Is he trying to kiss him with a helmet on? It looks stupid.
Oh, no,
That's
that's
a woman.
That's her.
Oh, is that
That's her.
Kirby? He looked like
Yes.
a man.
That's her. And they're touching their helmets together so they can hear each
I
other talk.
see.
Yeah.
I see.
They'll probably touch their helmets together in the movie too.
Oh no, that's totally that's totally going to be in the movie. No question.
I bet he. Can you hear me, by the way? I've had to reset the mic.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello? I bet he's got a bag of Werther's Originals in his pocket. That's one for the Brits, everybody. He's a
Hollywood stars are just mental, aren't they?
They
All
are.
of them, the majority of them
Really.
are mental.
He's Chilean by birth.
Good for him.
It was great in Narcos. Narcos should have been 5 seasons.
That was probably his best role.
Brilliant. Narcos was brilliant. Okay. Can't remember what's next. New look.
He looks like Pedro Pascal.
Do you see what I did there? New look at Diego Luna in Andor Season 2, coming to Disney Minus on April 22.
It's like Dracula.
Are they trying to give him more character because he was such a boring snooze in the previous one?
Well, my guess is that this is him having to dress up for high society in
High society?
the
'Cause
story.
that looks like a mullet.
It does,
Oh,
doesn't it?
and did
A
you
little bit,
not,
yeah.
did you see the first one? Did you see
Is it a ponytail
the
or
first
something?
season? How weird and the strange hairstyles and stuff that like really rich people have.
Zorro, yeah. Gay Blade.
He dies.
No.
He's dead anyway. We know how he dies. So it's just, it's a big waste of everyone's time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anybody looking forward to season 2 of Andor?
I am.
Not really.
I'll watch it.
I'll probably watch it too. It's one of the better things they've done, and I assume that it'll be semi-acceptable. But yeah, I don't know. Even the first season, which I thought was semi-decent, they needed to let me edit it. Like I could have cut half of what we saw out of there, and maybe you would have gotten a decent first half of a season,
Okay.
Would have moved a lot faster, that's for sure.
which it desperately needed to do.
Yeah, it did.
Timkins. He died hugging Felicity Jones.
He did, yeah.
Which can never be bad.
Felicity Jones is a snooze as well.
Yeah, she's got big teeth,
Oh.
hasn't she?
I wonder if she
Yeah.
can be in this.
She's actually she's very pretty from the right angle, but she looks
Yeah.
like she spends a lot of time eating carrots.
It does, doesn't it? She's got huge teeth.
What's
I
up,
said
dog?
that. Welcome to Body Shaming. Oh, Mr. Barras. Okay. Shall we? I think we're going to cover Andor, folks.
Good luck with that one.
I think we're going to do season 1. Hopefully, we can time it right and lead up into season 2. Anyway, let's move on. Who saw this? Luke Skywalker at
Screw
last
them.
will be coming to Galaxy's Edge. Opened in 2019, everybody.
Yeah.
I
Is
did
that,
no research.
Is that meant? Are they saying like a model of Luke Skywalker drinking titty milk?
No, they'll have an actor that plays
Yeah.
him, and
Yeah.
basically, it's too little, too late. And
Yes,
between you and
thank
me,
you.
that's
Bingo.
not even the real Luke Skywalker. That's like the Last Jedi Skywalker that
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
giving.
No, it's not even Last Jedi Skywalker. It's whatever that Mandalorian or
Oh, that
So-
one.
That one.
Oh, it's that one. It's the Mandalorian one.
it has to be.
I see.
Nah, I reckon
thought
it's
it
a
was the
titty
one.
milk one. I reckon it's the titty milk one.
I thought it was the sequel
Yeah.
one.
probably.
but
It's,
Okay, all right.
Jake
Doesn't matter
Skywalker.
either
way.
Jake.
I want to have Jake Skywalker walking around in there. Now listen. I want him walking around in there, just giving scowls to everyone he sees and like staring at people while he drinks green milk and lets it drip down his beard. I want him standing there like gruffly, like dismissing everyone that tries to talk to him. Go away. I don't want you here.
And if
That's
you give-
exactly what I want.
And if you give him a
100%.
lightsaber, he'll throw it over his shoulder.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
charging 700 for autographs as well.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I just feel like this is another attempt at nostalgia, and it's just too little. It's too late,
Pre-advertising of the
and
It's exactly what it
they
is. Yeah.
they cannot
damn.
get this right ever.
Because you got
Ever
morons.
go
You got
away now.
morons.
Yeah.
They need to fire everybody there and transfer it to somebody that maybe cares. Then that person needs to jump 1,000 years into the future, where this whole Skywalker thing where they only talk about the original trilogy. It's not sort of like an ancient myth. And then somebody discovers the Force again or something like that. I don't know what to tell you. That's probably the only way to save this thing. Even then, you're not going to bring all the original fans back. Maybe you can make something that's not shit.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't even think they can do that.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
I've
gonna
got it
have
in
to
them.
take. It's gonna have to be a complete dump of the
Speaking
entire
of new
Lucasfilm.
men,
Yeah,
Derek Hoffman has been named Lucasfilm's new vice president of development and now will oversee live action projects. He previously worked on the X-Men films Legion and The Gifted.
The question is he gay? And
I have
I'm
another
just going to
question.
say things that people
From the hip. From the
yeah,
hip.
from the hip. Yeah, is
From
he
the
gay?
hip.
If he's gay, then yeah, that's why he got
From
the
the
job,
hip.
right? So
As long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, none of this matters. They could
Exactly.
bring the top filmmakers, the top actors, they could do everything. If she's there, with her annoying bullshit, it's not going to work. They have to go and fire her, and publicly, why don't they should, make an announcement that not only is she,
Why did
not
you
that
get
she's
the gallows
retiring,
out?
like
Get the gallows
basically,
out.
I want to see like a picture of her with that cardboard box and like the security guards leading her out of the building. maybe then like I'll kind of pay attention to whatever's going on.
If ironically, if that was videoed and Lucasfilm released the video of KK being escorted off the premises with a box,
Best PR they've had in years,
and then put in cinemas, that would make $1 billion.
Right. Yes. If they had like the day that Kathleen Kennedy was fired and they put it like in theaters, like a documentary, there would be at
Live
least an audience for it.
$1 billion.
Yeah, if they didn't tell her but sold tickets to everybody else, people would pay to see it.
Live
So they
from
could see a breakdown as she
Lucasfilm.
got fired.
Yeah.
What did he do on the X-Men and Legion and Gifted? What did he do on it? That's the question.
Coffee.
Was he writer? Was he writer?
Coffee?
Was he producer? What did he do on these things? Because that will tell you what he's going to be doing on going forward as the development person.
Yeah, I think he served as producers
Right.
on those projects.
So-
He started working with Richard Donner.
Ooh.
Richard Donner.
And
okay.
then was with his company for a while, and then worked on some of the.
In other words, he wasn't
X-Men-
the creative on it.
Yeah, he was more of a producer, and that would be his role here.
He's
in
like, isn't
in
he like the
development.
camera
Right.
and the camera department or something? It says like he did the lighting on Ahsoka or something. I hope
It
I
doesn't
don't.
make any sense, does it?
I think
Putting
we
him
should
in
go back
charge.
to the important question. The first question: is he gay?
Yeah.
So look at
From
that
the hip.
pose. Look at how
Apparently
he's
he is.
standing. Look at how he's
Apparently he
standing,
is.
right? And
He
he's
is.
wearing a cardigan,
Yeah.
and he grew
Nice
that
cardigan.
beard and trimmed it to look like that, and thinks it looks good,
Mm.
right? He's wearing regular glasses but tinted. Yeah.
Oh, I apologize.
all the
You guys
hallmarks.
are right.
All the
That's me,
hallmarks.
Flip, then.
I apologize. There's another Derek Hoffman who did lighting on Ahsoka, so this is very confusing. This is the Derek Hoffman that I
What?
guess was a producer on X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Mm.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
And
then
with Richard
also some
Donner, he
other-
was
some other-
one of the producers of like the Donner cut, but that's more like the Donner just re-edited his movie. So
Yeah,
really not impressed by what I'm seeing here.
yeah, and then he
Okay.
worked on on Legion and the Gift. Legion was pretty interesting, and the Gifted.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. He is replacing a woman. Can you believe that they
Yeah, but not that
pushed a
one.
woman out and
Not
put
that
Yeah.
in a man?
He's not going to be a straight man then, is he? If he's
Probably
replacing
not,
a
but
woman.
There's
Yeah.
nothing here that
Not replacing the right woman.
No.
Oh, okay. First of all, in X-Men: Days of Future Past, he was associate producer.
Yeah.
Just so you know, that once I was offered an associate producer credit on a movie, it is
Yeah, so nothing
and-
credit.
it's like a BS credit. Basically, you
What
can't.
was the movie? Are you allowed to say?
I can't say it. It was a movie about rock
Was it The
music.
Acolyte?
It had to do with musicians, something with musicians. I can't say anything. I was initially part of putting something together. I actually did get the title, meaning if the movie would have gotten made, then I would have gotten the
Oh,
title.
so it didn't get made.
It ended up not getting right because of not getting made. Yes. It was, but it was further along. It wasn't just something like in my basement. Like this was actually a real film company doing it. It was in the early stages of actually moving along, and then something happened, and the whole thing was scrapped. And even the associate producer credit, which would have meant absolutely nothing, and just would have been nice for me to pat myself on the back, I didn't even get that. But
Wow.
what I'm trying to say is X-Men Days of Future Past associate producer is nothing. That's basically like it's less than the coffee. He didn't even make coffee.
Price,
Yes.
would you like? There is a position for executive producer on Rebecca Gold season 2. Do you have any money available? I could sort that for you if you want to be executive.
Look, do you know what? I'm telling you,
producer.
me and Price should team up and to make some Marvel movies, and every girl in it will be hot as hell.
That
Just leave
already
it
will
us.
raise interest. Public interest will already go like higher than it is now.
Exactly.
We bring the hottest women into every role.
Okay,
Every role there's like the
absolutely.
hottest woman there.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to my original question though, would you like to be executive producer on Rebecca Gold season 2? There are positions.
I would consider the option. I would consider it.
It's an up and coming franchise. Okay, let's move on.
Oh. Oh. He's got his new film coming out.
How do you pronounce
Ke
Huy
Huy Quan.
wants to return as Short Round in Indiana
A new
Jones.
Indiana
I think
Jones
you've missed that,
film.
mate. You fucked that,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That ship
Too
has
late.
sailed.
That
Listen,
should-
we all wanted him to come back as Short Round.
But
Right.
what do they got? Old horse face instead.
Yeah,
they
did.
needed to
Yeah,
do that
too
even
late.
in instead of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. They could have done that, and then they could
Yeah.
have done that, which probably would have been the best time to do it. And then if they really insisted, they could have done a cool fifth movie, which they didn't do. Instead of Dial of Destiny, they should have done something with Short Round, and maybe even have something that maybe Mutt, instead of dying in Vietnam, Mutt was missing. And Short Round teamed up with Indy to try to find him. That would have been something that I think everybody would have been okay with. Instead, they wanted the girl boss Phoebe Waller-Bridge feminist thing, and it was shitty.
And it was
Yep.
absolute
Never seen it.
garbage.
Embarrassing shitty.
I couldn't even finish it.
Refused to
Like-
watch it.
We tried to, hate watch it. I couldn't even finish it. It was
Christ.
so bad.
There are scenes that he suddenly is in one place and then he's another place, and nobody
Yeah.
explains how he got
Mhm.
from this place to that place. And at that point, you're so exhausted from watching this crap that you're not even asking the question. You're like, yes, of course he's here now. Like, you don't even care at that point.
You know, he's got his new film out called Love Hurts,
Yeah, in a minute.
and it's been slagged to Kingdom Come. isn't it?
Melvin, you
Haven't
enjoyed
seen it yet.
Dysentery, didn't you?
The Dial of Dysentery. No, that was one of the very few films that made me angry. It shouldn't have existed.
Yeah. That's how I was. Like, me too.
It was insulting. It
Damn.
destroyed a character we loved. It ruined him. It took everything he had.
Mm.
Hence
Like my
why
son and I sat down to try and like riff through it, right? And we couldn't even make it a quarter of the way through.
refused to watch it.
Yeah, it was that bad.
It was
There you
terrible.
go. Sun and Storm Wrenched. They only made 3. They did.
That's right.
They
That's right.
They
That's all I remember.
Fourth one, Crystal Skull. I kind of like it. We didn't need it, but
No, they're
possibly
like
maybe
Adam
just got away.
Sandler and something.
Just, I don't know.
There's
Yeah,
only 3 movies, really.
Yeah, as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned,
okay.
only 3.
There
They
you go.
ride
That's
off
great.
into the
There
sunset
you
at
go.
the end of
Yeah, you're right.
end of those 3, and that's it.
No, but after seeing 5, the fourth one, which I never liked, I'll say is that it's still better
It's
than the fifth
watchable.
one.
It is.
He still seems and looks and acts like Indiana Jones. You just don't need the movie, and it's
Oh, yeah.
unnecessary and dumb.
The-
But he still feels like himself. In Dial of Destiny, that's not Indiana Jones.
The
No.
monkey scenes spoiled it.
Yeah.
It's you know what it is, right? It's one of these things where when you see what comes after, something can be bad, and it actually looks really good compared to what came after it.
Well,
And in
Yeah.
hindsight, Crystal Skull doesn't look that bad, but it really wasn't that good.
no,
It's like
yeah,
Doctor Who when they got Shooty, and
Not this week.
suddenly Sylvester McCoy didn't look that bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
the fourth film doesn't actively hate you. for
No, it
being a
doesn't.
villain, So
Exactly.
I like, when the fire ants eat the soldier. I
Mm.
love that scene. That's a good scene.
I do like the beginning sequence as well. It had all the obviously because Spielberg was directing the shadow of him picking up his hat and putting it on, and his shadow on the car and all that. You'd think that a Mangold would try and imitate that kind of thing for the last one. He didn't, not at all.
I
Not
think
at all.
Crystal Skull was too reliant on CGI,
It
Yes.
was, yeah.
The
And
CGI
that's
was
what we're
terrible.
excited
And,
about.
And it
and it
wasn't-
wasn't good.
and it wasn't good
Monkeys, that
because
jungle monkey thing.
well, and the
Yeah, I
dumb
hated that.
alien
ants, that was awful.
alien thing, instead of making it something
Practical, yeah.
more,
I quite like that though. But anyway,
I think Spielberg didn't want to direct it anyway.
No,
He
he
just
didn't.
did it because George was his
Was
friend.
bored.
And he did it.
He was
Yeah,
bored,
he just
yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Short Round needs to put on some weight if he's going to make another indie film, and then he can actually be Short and Round.
and some height as well. Okay. So this was released this week. I was gonna go and see it, but I didn't get around to it.
Same. I wanted to see it. I just didn't get a chance. There was a snowstorm where I was at yesterday, and I'm just like,
Was it snowing where you are?
Yeah, it was snowing. It was heavily snowing when I was going to go to the theater for my monthly. I have like passes to go
Yeah.
as much as I want. But when I saw the snow, I said to myself, "This isn't that kind of movie. that I'm going to drive through a
Okay.
snowstorm to see.
What is it? This is what's his name again? His new movie.
Short round.
Kwan.
His name's Short Round.
Yes, Short Round's new movie.
Short Round Johnson.
And it's such a crap idea as well.
It's been slated as well, apparently.
If you've seen the trailer, it just tells you everything. It tells you everything.
What does it tell you?
Basically, he sells houses, and then somebody comes in to beat him up, and he doesn't understand why. And then suddenly he's the secret agent, and he's beating the crap out of everybody. And he meets his girlfriend. It seems like they erased his memory of his girlfriend, and now they're both fighting against his brother.
Oh, is it like DEI Nobody?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it's
Okay. Sidestep then. Love Hurts earned 5.8 mil in its domestic box office opening weekend. 18 mil budget. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, that's not bad. It'll make some profit then. Probably
18 million budget. That's unheard of.
the only thing that's
in a week.
You know what? I really wish that they would bring back modester film. Is that a word? I don't know.
Modest.
Yeah,
modest,
more modest.
budgeted
films.
Yeah.
Having everything be so over the top and everything CGI, Marvel, whatever. Bring back something like this. Where you have an opportunity to.
I've got it. Rebecca Gold.
Oh, shut
movie.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Price, do you want to be an executive producer on a movie?
Do you know?
Maybe I can write the screenplay.
It'll be better.
The thing that spoils this film is his voice. He's still got that horrible voice, isn't he? It's like, we're going to kill you. No, you're not going to kill me.
No, Daddy, no.
I mean, it's still funny. There's still something funny you could do with a guy that talks like that. I mean, there's something you could do with him. I just don't know what this movie is.
It's an action film, apparently.
Hot take.
It's if you want to see it, you can see it from your friend's boat, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Could you point us in the right direction?
Look towards the Caribbean.
Okay. So
You're saying it's popular in India?
Yeah.
I was genuinely interested when I saw the trailer. Because I like all the kind of kung fu martial art-y shit.
Yeah, but it's not. It just doesn't work.
Okay.
For me, it just doesn't work. I mean, he's doing all this stuff, and it's like that Short Round, and he's still got a squeaky voice.
Yeah, but he's an Oscar winner, though, isn't he?
So what?
Yes.
He didn't deserve that Oscar for that stupid.
Isn't this it's not a Netflix film, is it? No. It's a proper release. I think it's Universal.
But you know what? There's one smart thing they did here. With $18 million budget, between the theater, between maybe some international, and then between some kind of streaming agreement with like a Netflix or something, they're not going to lose money. And if nothing else, they're going to break even.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on.
If it's between that and The Cleaner, I'm watching The Cleaner. 1 million downvotes.
Snow Shite is early tracking to earn $63 on its domestic box office opening. The film has a budget of $12 trillion.
This movie's going to flop so hard.
People are going to go and see it, though.
Yeah, this isn't the right budget either. This is a lie.
Once again, it's the original budget that was slated for the film. It doesn't account for any of the reshoots and all the other stuff they had to redo.
This cost them, 300 to 500 million to make. I can't say an exact number.
Shit.
Must be 500 million by now.
It's got to be close.
It needs to make like $1 to $1.2 billion at the box office just to break even, and I don't think it's going to do that.
It's going to flop really
It's
hard.
It's been done for 2 years, hasn't it? They filmed it 2 years ago. More than 2 years ago.
Well, they had to keep refilming it.
Damn.
It's probably cost them the equivalent of like a medium range budget.
This is another film that has just been nothing but reshoots and rewrites.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that families are going to take their kids to see it, and it's going to make a bit
Babysitter.
of money. It's never going to make its money back.
Yeah.
You got a lot of parents that already just do not trust Disney anymore.
I'm
done.
I'm sticking with my original prediction. 1 billion is going to take $1 billion.
I think you might be right.
I'm not allowed to change my mind after saying it, so I've got to stick
There
with
you
it.
go, James WWW. Oh my God. Closer to 850.
Do you know? But the thing is, though, looking at the trailer again, everything looks so processed. Even the sunlight,
Mhm.
none of
isn't
it looks real.
Garbage.
It just doesn't feel real at all.
Ugh.
You know.
I feel like they made Gal Gadot look even bigger than her, just so that maybe you'll forget that Zegler's in it.
Yeah.
You know, if Gal Gadot asked the mirror who is the fairest of them all, and they said Snow White over her, she would just buy a new mirror, right? Because obviously the mirror is faulty.
There's something
After
wrong
throwing
with
it
it.
out the window, yes. Okay. Okay, let's
Special
move on
needs
then.
mirror.
Yeah, with a 70 million opening, we're probably talking about that movie topping out at 350 to 400.
Damn. Okay.
Jurassic
Trailer this week. Jurassic World Afterbirth will feature a new mutant dinosaur species with the design inspired by T-Rex, the band,
Rancor.
Rancor, Xenomorph.
And the Xenomorph.
Stupid. Like a T-Rex isn't scary enough for you.
Yeah, thank you. Every time I come across Jurassic World Rebirth, I feel like I just do this full body sigh of, oh God.
No,
And they make the leading lady look like a little boy as well. And they don't try to make
Scarlett
her look
Johansson.
from the hip
yeah.
again. From the hip.
It's stupid. It's so stupid.
It's a new Jurassic Park movie with the most dangerous dinosaur yet, a T-Rex with a flick knife.
Blackburn wrench.
Julian.
Wancor. Prometheus plots.
Yeah, it is. And it's again, I'll say this again. The effects look so processed. It just takes me. I'm not going to go and see this film.
Pooper Chalupa. Normal dinosaurs are perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Film a great story around them.
Yeah, they did. It was called
Damn.
Jurassic Park.
Damn.
That first movie is legit, man.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very
They all
good.
made money
film's
though,
very
didn't
good.
they? Even the shit
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah, even the garbage has made money.
What happened
so.
to Chris Pratt?
He went. He left.
Was
I
he too
don't know.
male for them?
Probably.
No, that was like their trilogy that they did with him. This is sort of another trilogy
new
that they're
one, yeah.
restarting. That they're bringing Scarlett Johansson. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if this thing did well and there were more movies, I wouldn't rule out that at some point they'd come to Chris Pratt and give him a check to be in another one of these. But I really think that it's enough. I don't feel like they need to give me more of this.
When are they going into space? Do we know?
Soon.
That was in a Doctor Who episode, wasn't it? Dinosaurs
Yeah.
on a spaceship.
Right.
Indeed. Okay,
Yes.
let's move on.
It's agreeable to see you again.
Vanessa has taken over from Wilson Fisk as the head of his criminal
Why am I
empire.
not surprised? Why am
He
I
looks like the Thing now, doesn't he?
not- He does a bit, doesn't he? Why am I not
Looks
surprised?
a little bit like an older Haley Atwell.
It's the same woman, isn't it, from
Mhm.
the TV, the
Yeah.
Netflix one, isn't it?
Basically, initially they recast her with an Asian woman. I think I've
They
told you
did.
this before.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then they started filming with the Asian lady. I think all those episodes that were scrapped had an Asian woman. And then suddenly, with no explanation, nobody from Disney ever has explained it. Suddenly, the original actress was back, the Asian lady was gone, and nobody has ever said a word.
Mm.
There seems to be some kind of ist or ism against any kind of race or minority, except Asians. We're still allowed to kick Asians.
I mean,
Well, they're
first of
white
all,
coded.
they shouldn't have recast her to begin with. That was so stupid to
Adjacent.
do. Like to continue the show supposedly and just recast Vanessa Fisk with an Asian woman is to me just a dumb idea. Like it doesn't make any sense. And then
Yep.
bringing her back
Especially
makes
if you've already brought back the entire original cast for everybody else. Why would you recast one person?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Can you hear my cat?
But yeah, they're
Yes.
making her a girl boss. I agree with you.
Literally.
Literally, yes.
Girl crime boss.
So I'm losing faith on this every time I read stuff about this Daredevil
months.
thing. So I'm just gonna not watch it.
Is it
now.
next month? It's
I'm
out.
I'm
Next
gonna
month?
watch it. I think it. It's coming out soon. I can't remember when, but
If somebody says
so
to me it's good, I'll watch it. If somebody tells me it's good, I'll watch it.
I'll give it a
I
couple
really
episodes and
liked.
see if it catches me.
Yeah,
I really liked the
March
first
4th.
season of
Oh,
the Netflix Deadpool or Daredevil.
Melvin, would you mind flying to India?
For Born
Daredevil.
Again.
Yeah.
When's it due?
March 4th.
3 weeks?
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Nice. Okay.
Probably not something you should say like live on air.
No, they're showing it at the Taj
No,
Mahal. You should just go visit.
India,
that.
this time of year, is very temperate and pleasant.
Yes,
Flights,
we're talking about my local Indian takeaway, people.
The Taj Mahal, yes. Great curry. Okay. Ian, you're looking forward to it, yeah?
Not really, but everything I've heard, it sounds like it's going to be bad. So
50-50, isn't it? This.
So if Melvin does, sell the seven seas, then yeah.
Oh, cheers!
Watch a few.
50,
or you, I know.
It's 50-50, isn't it? Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, it does look that way.
Martin Scorsese has praised Robert Edgar's Nosferatu. It's amazing. Anything this guy does, amazing. That's one film you don't do much after seeing. You're still in the world. You're in Transylvania, and it's really, man, he's something.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good film, but I wouldn't go that far.
You know what? I will give Martin Scorsese something, that when I watched the movie, I did feel very much immersed in that whole Transylvania vibe. And when I got up out of the theater, it's one of the things I told the people that were with me, that I really liked how it kind of drew you into this atmosphere and vibe. And I thought that as a filmmaker, as opposed to most filmmakers we have today, that Eggers guy was able to create a certain atmosphere. So I won't take that away from Scorsese. Maybe, is it too much compliments? I don't know. But I thought the movie was pretty good, Nosferatu.
Well, Vex Electronica Elevex wrenched. Shouting, by the way. He is right.
Well, Vex liked Saltburn. Don't listen to her.
Didn't Vex like Prometheus? Romulus, too?
But we talked around.
She got it is a good film, but I don't, there were some bits in it where I got a bit bored. But it's still a well-made film. I guess what he's saying is okay, but I don't know.
If you're Martin Scorsese and you're watching all these crappy movies in the theater, at the end you see a guy that makes one that has some artistic merit, which I think Nosferatu does, even though I understand it's not for everybody. I can understand why he would be impressed. I felt good about it when I saw it too. It was one of the better movies I've seen in recent, in the past year or whatever it is. So certainly a very good movie.
One of the best films I've seen in recent hours.
Mr. Ian,
hours.
I was out of Nosferatu the moment I stepped out of the light. Thinking man's joke. I like that. Shall we proceed?
Proceed.
Is there going to be a sequel, Nosferatu 3?
I don't know.
Nosferatu 2.
Doomtish.
Nosferatu 3. Tom Cruise was asked if #Mission Impossible 8 will be his final film in the franchise. You're going to see the movie. It's a hard thing for me to discuss at the moment because it really is something that you have to experience.
They're killing him off. That's what that means.
Yep.
Fair enough. At least we don't know that. We don't know that.
Read it. Read between the lines.
No, don't do the James Bond thing. No.
We don't know that. We don't know that he's we don't know that he's
save the world.
No.
Well, if you what does the trailer tell us though? If you think about it very carefully, there's like 3 voiceovers, isn't there, explaining his job, isn't there? And then you got Ving Rhames hugging him and saying, "Hey man, blah blah blah." It's like they're all saying goodbye to him, isn't it? All of them.
Or are they?
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. I feel like they wouldn't kill him off. I don't think that Tom Cruise has a big ego, and I don't think he would agree to get killed off. And he's the producer of the movie. I feel like they would say that maybe he's retiring, and taking a step back, and then he's still there if they need to kind of bring him back in some capacity. I don't think he would agree to just step back to kill his character off.
Maybe the
I could be
aliens.
wrong, but I don't
Probably.
think he'd agree to it.
Give him an ambiguous ending so you don't actually know he's dead.
Yeah,
but you're supposed
right.
You're supposed to think
Yes.
he's dead, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Sidestep.
He's still doing his own stunts, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Tom Cruise says he passed out multiple times while filming the plane stunt in Mission Impossible 8.
It's because he's an idiot.
Well, it's lucky he had wires connected to him. Otherwise, if he passed out and fell off the plane, then there'd be no more Tom Cruise.
Not bad for a 61-year-old.
Yeah.
He's stupid. The stuntman gets paid good money to do
Yep,
that job
thank
for a
you.
reason. And one day he's going to break his neck. That's what's going to happen to Tom Cruise.
Did you get
because he's
has
too
anybody
stupid to understand that you hire these professionals to do that job for a reason.
Has anybody seen the that clip of him from, I can't remember which Mission Impossible was.
He
But he
breaks his
like
foot.
yeah, you
Oh,
and
it's
you
awful.
see, oh god, it is awful.
He
Carried on with the
filming,
scene,
though.
though. Yeah, carried
What a
on.
professional.
finishing
What a
the scene,
professional. Yeah.
Finish the scene off.
What
But
did he say? It's broken. That's a wrap.
I think he does this stunt so that people can see it and go, he's really doing it, and then they go to the cinema. And
And
that's
his
the idea,
adrenaline,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the
He
idea.
thinks he's a chosen one. He's got his own religion where he's Luke Skywalker, and he thinks it's real, and he's got to go on proving the point that he's a Jedi. An idiot.
I genuinely hope that this one's a hit.
Yeah, I do like the films. I do like them, but I think it's time now that because the Mission Impossible film is all about Ethan Hunt, when really it should be about the team, like in the
Yeah.
TV show. I think they've gone overboard with the Ethan Hunt character. So
I liked the first one. I really did. And the second one was okay. But after that, I've seen them hit and miss here and there. But I just don't care. And I'm not a Tom Cruise fan.
The one with Cavill is the peak.
yeah, I like
Mission
that one.
Impossible.
That was
Fallout.
Fallout, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Fallout.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I think I feel that the one before that.
Oh, Fallout was fantastic.
They're well produced, fun popcorn movies, action movies. For whatever they are, I think he's found himself. He's carved himself a niche or whatever it is. He does whatever he does with these movies. He kind of created a counterbalance, like an American James Bond. And it's especially good because in the past 10, 15 years, if not more, James Bond has gone off a cliff.
Yeah, he's doing what James Bond should be doing.
Right. So if you at least wanted something that
Yeah.
looked like some secret agent doing something somewhat interesting, I think that Tom Cruise got that. Maybe I'm not saying that every movie needs to win 70 awards like for the best thing
Yeah.
that ever happened. They're
Agreed.
fun action movies.
He's doing Bond better than Bond. And on
The
that
first
bombshell-
one
Yes.
was really good, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Brian
And-
Palmer directed that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. It was a more
And-
quality movie, whereas the rest are just more kind of popcorn action.
Should check
And I
out
love
Fallout.
Vanessa Redgrave in that movie. I think
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
so good in that movie.
She
I
was
saw it.
like Margaret Thatcher, but not ugly.
I
Yeah.
saw it recently. He looks so young in that film. It's
Yeah.
He does.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay. Fallout is a great movie. And it
The
should be.
only thing I want to see from Tom Cruise is Edge of Tomorrow 2.
2.
Man, that would be great.
Demi Moore has now won the Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Award for her performance in The Substance.
Is that Nicole Kidman on the right?
No, that's her. That's her
What?
at the ending. It was a good performance.
It was a good performance. I can't
yeah.
say it wasn't. I have some issues with the movie,
Same here.
which I didn't hate, but there was a part of it I didn't like. But her performance was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was. I think she deserved it. To tell you the truth, I think
She did a good job.
I think the director deserves the Oscar. I know she probably won't get it, but it was
If not
really
for those
well
last
directed.
20 minutes, if not for the last 20 minutes where like she overindulged the director and became annoying, if not for those last 20 minutes, I would agree with you. But because of the last 20 minutes, can't let it slide. But Demi Moore didn't do anything wrong. I would give her the award.
She looked good as well before she
Yeah, she
became,
did.
before
She did.
her finger went all funny and yeah. So
Yeah,
she
she looked good.
Yeah, she looked good.
Okay.
That is
Congratulations,
Nicole
Demi.
Kidman.
It's not Nicole Kidman.
On the right.
Kidman
Well,
looked
It
good.
is.
Strange,
Plastic
yeah.
surgery went wrong. I'm sure that's her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. She looks like she's on my star.
Yeah, no, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's her start. What's her name? Sparkle? I can't remember her name in the film. Something Sparkle.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oof.
Here we go.
Netflix has stopped talking directly to Carla Sophia Gahon and now refuse to cover expenses for her travel to awards season. Blah, 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 blah.
Can it be controversial?
You
Got
gonna?
to be.
That geezer is still better looking than Haley Atwell.
Good night, everybody. That's the end of the channel. It's been a blast. Melvin killed it. Take care, everybody.
So Melvin would pick him, and I'll pick Haley. So
I'll take Haley
I'll be happy
also.
with mine. Yeah, I'll be happy with mine. I'm pretty
I'm
sure
taking
Melvin
Haley
might.
over this dude any day of the week.
Set of ball busters.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, for the record, I was joking, but still, it's close. It was close.
There you go. I'm just going to leave that up to the rest of the night.
It's like my head says yes, but my heart says no.
In fact, I should put that on the, above the door of the channel. FF. Melvin. Yeah.
Your dick says no.
Says no.
She could pull a plow, right? Yeah.
She's a sturdy gal.
Handsome woman.
She's a guy.
Okay. Do we want to talk about this? Yes, no. She did lots of kind of naughty tweets.
No,
while
thanks.
she was while she was a man.
She dug herself a hole, and it's a terrible, terrible movie. I mean, when the trans community doesn't want anything to do with it, you've fucked up. Okay. And when GLAAD is not supporting this, when the country of Mexico doesn't want to support this is not a good movie. And she's not a good person.
Arch Colin Wrench, that misspelled lines. That's me. I genuinely have no idea who this person is.
Good. You're lucky.
This movie is
just leave it that way, mate. Just leave it that way.
This movie is laugh out loud bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is absolutely terrible. That it has been nominated for that many awards just shows you exactly how ideologically twisted the Academy is. And it's the perfect evidence for everything that everyone has ever accused the Academy of being.
Yeah, it's nothing but a giant virtue signal.
Oh yeah,
and they got it wrong because there's honestly there's two things that Hollywood genuinely loves. Hollywood loves Hollywood, and they love to be able to portray themselves as a hero, which is how you get films like Argo. And I'm not saying Argo isn't a good movie because I really did like the film, but Hollywood portrays itself as the hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they love to virtue signal and be right on the right, try to be on the right side of whatever history they're forming. And this is a giant mistake. Giant mistake.
Oh,
no, it's not. No.
Nobody in this, nobody who has seen this film, it's bad. The country of Mexico hates the representation of it.
Representation.
The trans community
hate it.
You
hate it.
It's nothing but virtue signal, and the music is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The performances are mediocre.
What's the song? What's the lyric to the song, Barbara?
Oh God.
Rhino pasty, pasty.
Is it man to woman? Yes, man to woman.
Penis to vagina.
No.
Yeah.
It sounds like something from South Park, doesn't it?
It is absolutely. If this were on an episode of South Park, you would absolutely believe that they wrote it and it was intended to be the way it was.
Perhaps it is just a piss take, though. Perhaps it is a piss take. Wrenched. I hope this wins best. I also do, because it will be the best thing I've ever seen.
Well, they've already
Actresses, genuine actresses.
Tom's comment, Brown.
Oh, where am I looking?
12:05 a.m.
Tom.
I can't see for
Who's it?
looking. Oh,
You can do it. You can do it.
I can.
This.
Yeah,
really,
it would.
Um,
This is just nothing but a giant virtue signal from Hollywood, and it's terrible.
It will be great to
And
see
they've
genuine women applauding if he wins.
yeah.
No, but even better, I agree with you, Barbara. It's a big virtue signal, but it's one that backfired and failed, and that's why it
that's-
really
that's-
exposes the hypocrisy of Hollywood.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying.
In one incident, you see everything that's wrong with Hollywood, and it makes the Oscars look even more irrelevant than they've ever been.
Yeah.
This is to me like the end of the Oscars, because all you're doing is all this stupid nonsense that nobody cares about, with a movie that nobody wants to watch, that the people that watch it think it's laughably bad. The critics are there lining up saying, "Oh, she's so stunning and brave," and all this other crap. It's just enough of this. The people have had enough of this, and this whatever this person is going to be the symbol for having
Of the end of the Oscars.
of the end of the Oscars.
This is the end of the Oscars, everybody.
Well, they've suspended all of the campaign for her.
Damage is done.
The damage has already been done, and
She said she was stunning and brave.
Yeah, it's
not a she.
Well, she's
well, you know what I
cured
mean.
now. She's cured. Anyway, let's move on.
Sheila's a bloke. Have any of you seen Movie Cynics video on that?
Yes, excellent video.
It's great. You should have a look. Anybody who
Could you
wanna laugh.
post it in the doodle, somebody, please?
I'll
my
see if I
moderator.
can find it.
He said that they had to put this kind of acid effects filter on his video because Netflix were absolutely cracking down on copyright for that movie. Anyway, so first official poster for the Oscars, everybody. Who's excited?
Yep.
Not me.
Conan O'Brien. Conan the Destroyer.
It's sad because actually I do like Conan quite a bit. I've enjoyed his comedy, for many years, even from his original television series.
Sometimes, yeah.
He tends to stay out of the politics most of the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't go overboard most of the time. But yeah, these Oscars are going to be a disaster.
There you go, folks.
I quit caring about the Oscars a long time ago.
I never cared about them.
Okay. There is the link there for Cynic's video about Amelia Perez.
Yeah, it's really good. Give it a look.
Yeah, it's a good 20 minutes. Tell him I sent you. So.
You know who else had a really good video on it was Snarky J. She had a really good one.
Yeah, I do.
She's got a really good too. Boom boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pardon my crudeness.
Yes. Okay. We're not bothered then, are we? This is the This is the end of the Oscars. This is the final Oscars.
It's going to be an absolute disaster.
Not even Will Smith could save this one.
There's so many irrelevance there's so much irrelevance to this now. Remember when the Oscars were something that was fun to watch?
Yeah.
And you enjoyed watching the movies that were nominated?
Because you cared about the movies that were getting
now it's nothing.
I don't even know half the films.
Even if you didn't like the movies, it was like a day where all these quote unquote glamorous stars get together. And during that time, the world was different, and people weren't already sick with all these celebrities and their social media and all their crap. It was like a rare night, because back then you didn't have social media. You'd see this rare night with all these celebrities there. They'd be telling you jokes. You'd enjoy it. But now the world is different. Those award ceremonies aren't as relevant as they used to be anyways.
No.
And whatever relevancy they had left, all these pompous Hollywood people and studios and all these idiots, they ruined it. So whatever little chance they had of interesting anybody, they managed to ruin that as well.
Here you go, folks.
Yep.
Cynthia Erivo and Natalie Portman start fighting. That would save the Oscars.
Well, if you're throwing a mud bath in there as well, yeah.
No.
Cynthia
Would love
Erivo
that.
is like a velociraptor, though. I think she's going to win in a few seconds.
I think that would want Cynthia Erivo
It's
to
the nails, man.
lay down Portman. Okay.
There was a time when the Oscars, if a film won an Oscar, it was some kind of assurance of quality. Even if it wasn't your favorite movie, that you would look at it, you would see there was some quality to it. And the same with the actors who won the Oscars. You know, good actors won Oscars, good performances won
If
Oscars.
Sydney
Now they'll give
Sweeney
them to anybody.
topless, that would save it.
Sydney Sweeney topless.
That could save it, yes.
Yeah,
And on a petty womanly note,
would she do it?
hate
She'd do it as
fashion.
well, wouldn't she?
Lately,
Sydney
too.
Sweeney. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney would do it. Okay, let's move on. For the gamers, everybody, PlayStation Network. It was almost down for 24 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost 24 hours by the time it was done. Yep.
And then the hashtag buy physical game something started trending.
Wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
First of all, anything you downloaded already, you could still play.
Mhm.
So that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
And then, there were online stuff that you couldn't play. If you had the physical copy, you still wouldn't have been able to play the online games.
Damn.
So that wouldn't have mattered. And then it was, outages happened. Yeah, this one was extended for a day. Outages happened. And they gave everybody everyone who pays for PlayStation Plus got 5 extra days of service.
Plus, was it Krispy Kreme were offering a free donut?
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's these kind of things happen. I know there were a lot of people upset. It was inconvenient for me briefly. I was trying to play a game with my son for some stuff, and we couldn't get stuff working on it. But it's not the end of the world. It's video games, guys. It's fine. Yeah, people were losing their crap over this, but outages happen.
First world problem.
Sorry, I don't play computer games, but do you have to now link up to the internet to play an actual game?
Sometimes.
Sometimes it depends on.
Yeah.
It gets more and more though.
Yeah. There's obviously anything that's multiplayer, anything that's a live service type of game. Yeah, you absolutely have to be connected to the internet because there's not the only play is to play with other people.
Right.
But there are now quite a few games where it may just be one player, but it has to activate against some online service and for you to play. Most of the time, those will still work at least for a brief time without making that connection. But after a few days or something, then it'll have to check in with the servers again to activate it again for you to play. So it's weird. A lot of these services
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know what caused it?
They haven't really said. It was just some networking issues, some sort of service issues.
Yeah, Putin. Okay, let's move on. Oh, sorry, boomerang. Here we go.
What's this?
Niza 2.
What?
Indeed. Has become the first film ever to pass 1 billion in a single market. The film has only been out in China for 11 days. It's like a fantasy type movie based on 16th century Chinese legend or something.
But I haven't seen Niza 1.
I think that was made in 2019.
I should try to catch up then.
Yeah.
So it's based on some kind of
legend type thing, yeah.
Like Monkey or something.
Yeah.
It's an animated film. It was made for the Chinese market.
That's amazing, isn't it? Though 11 days, a bill.
Wow, there's a lot of people that live in that country, though.
And by all accounts, it's rated very well too. It's not not just a whole bunch of people going to see it. It's beloved. A lot of people really think it's a
ancient
great film.
Chinese secret.
So yeah.
Captain African American needs to do those numbers.
Is it a cartoon?
They will not.
Yes, it is a cartoon. Animated. Yeah, it's a cartoon.
Apparently, it's good. It's going to be a trilogy. Apparently,
I like how people say, "Is it animation now instead of cartoon?" Because if you went back 10 years, everybody will say, "Is it a cartoon?"
Yeah,
Well, I
man.
think when you're talking about film, I think I always refer to that as animation, and if you're referring to something that's television, it's more cartoon. And cartoon has more of a childish connotation to it. I think.
Yeah, seeing people suck. It's not a cartoon, it's anime. Oh, fuck off.
Cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah, anime. It's French for cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, hello. What's this?
Here we go. Melvin, prepare yourself. Not much politics.
Jesus Christ.
Left-wing councils, this is UK, are under fire for sending staff on courses where they pretend to be trees, bats, fish, and other non-human living things to teach empathy and inclusivity.
And who's paying for it? Us.
Taxpayer.
We're paying for it.
USAID. USAID's paying for that.
It's the French, though. It's the kind of thing they always do. The French have been doing that for centuries, pretending to be trees.
Yeah, tree hugging and all that stuff.
What kind of bullshit team building crap is this? This looks like, ugh.
It's complete nonsense, is what it is. It's utter and complete nonsense.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe it.
Brown goes far right. Sorry, Melvin, go on.
No, carry on. I'm talking shit anyway.
No, I'm just playing with my pussy. Brown goes far right extremist by subbing to Lotus Eaters. It's a cross I have to bear, my friend. Okay.
Wrong.
Move along.
You can't say that, Brown. That's anti-Semitic.
Lotus Eaters are Bolshevik scum. I used to watch them when we were on lockdown, but I don't anymore. I don't bother.
What exactly is a Bolshevik? I know it's something to do with the Russian Revolution, right?
Anybody? Chat, what is a Bolshevik?
Is it a
Yeah,
dish?
it has to do with the Russian Revolution.
Yeah, like one of the sides were the Bolsheviks, but was that the communists or was that the ones that were
Always
working for
confusing.
They
Royals?
were
the-
radical Marxists.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, you mean the Labour Party?
So they were the communists then.
Yeah, they ultimately became the Communist Party. of the Soviet
There we go.
Union. Yeah,
Yep.
Commies.
Okay. Never know.
Welcome to
Yeah, the
History
Bolsheviks
Lesson
were
on
what
Mr.
eventually-
Alliance.
yeah. that's
Or
what
the
eventually
Labour-
became the Communist Party.
Bulgarian.
So wait, then how can the Lotus Seaters be Bolsheviks if they're right wing?
Fat lobber. Bolsheviks were the ones who came from East Europe and infiltrated Russia. My God, the chat is so knowledgeable. Led by
We
Lenin.
should,
Yes.
we should
Damn.
kick them on the Bolsheviks.
Indeed. And on that bombshell, let's move on.
Is it?
No. 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 Any ideas, even though everybody's seen the...
Greta, by any chance?
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
Is it Daisy?
No. Oh, that movie's out soon, isn't it?
I know, I
Cleaner.
can't wait.
Everybody go see Cleaner.
Is it
God,
Haley
that's
Atwell?
so lame.
No.
Now you've finally seen the light, Brown. Is it Haley Atwell?
We were talking about one night, like, whatever happened to what's his name? And
Who?
it turns out, what's the guy's name that's in the
Thingamajig.
Shooty?
Daisy? No, the Daisy Ridley movie,
Which one?
the one that's coming out, Cleaner.
Cleaner.
Yeah.
but which
It's gonna
guy?
be great. It's going to be great.
Oh, God.
Clive
Yeah.
Owen?
Yes.
Owen?
Clive
Clive
Owen. We
Owen.
were talking about, like, whatever happened to him, and he turns up in this, and I'm like, oh God.
I was going to do the USA aid thing, but it might have triggered Melvin.
He was,
doesn't bother.
he was considered as a replacement for Bond, wasn't he? Clive Owen at one point.
At one point,
Apparently,
yeah.
yeah.
At one point,
Okay.
Clive
Let's-
Owen played Bond. And,
Wow.
and
Ian, have you got a
one of
story
the
about Clive Owen?
Steve Martin
No.
Pink Panther movies? It was James Bond in one of those.
How is he?
Ian, have you got a...
No, you've heard the story.
Yeah, we want to hear it again. Go on.
Tried to
Pass the
beat-
time. I'm going to make the show last for 2 hours 30.
He
Go on.
tried to. I was at a can and he was there and he was walking past me and he pushed me out the way and I almost almost had a fight with him. Mind you, I was drunk, so
What did you say to him?
I can't remember. I was drunk, but he deliberately just pushed me out of the way. It was crazy. The guy's
Damn.
like 6 foot something, and I was
Yeah,
going to
he's a big guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
And you were rattled, weren't you?
I was. Yeah, I was going to beat
Did he
him up.
back down?
No, no, he didn't really back down, but my friends were pulling me away. So, he probably would have just laid me out with one punch.
Okay. Let's do this special week double binning. It was going to be 4, but it's just 2 this week. Who saw this?
Oh Jesus!
It's just nonsense.
Lego
Absolute
can be
nonsense.
say science museum. Apparently,
Good.
the male and female aspects of the brick is.
Oh God!
Yeah,
This
Does
is
that
so
mean
dumb.
USB ports are anti?
absolutely.
as well?
Yes, they are absolutely anti-LGBT. These are the same types
This
of
is,
people.
this is the dumbest thing ever.
These are the same types of people who think that calling it the master bedroom is racist.
Mistress bedroom.
Damn.
That's no, not sexist, racist, because there were masters in the a master's degree also considered
A master key.
racist.
Oh wait, I got one. What about
Keys
masturbating?
and keels
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck.
Considering how long Lego has existed,
Mhm.
I don't know what these people want. It's a classic toy. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's
Yeah, I'm going to buy some just because of this.
it's just baiting people into dumb arguments. It's dumb. It's dumb. And it does belong in the bin.
They have male to female parts just like human beings.
I'm going to buy some just so I can tread on them in my bare feet.
Yeah, look, if you're building yourself a PC or something, right, then get all the bits that are male to male and see if you can make it work. Go on.
Yeah.
See if equality works for you there.
Yep. This is all just. Oh God.
Well,
Ian, any thoughts on Lego on this?
no, I don't care. They can say whatever they want. They're talking rubbish, so let them do it. Let them talk rubbish. Let's move along, shall we?
It's a non-traversy.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so that's Lego. It's whatever, folks. Okay.
Waste of time.
That was
People who they're looking for reasons to be offended, and we've seen this for the last decade. It's nonsense.
What else would be anti? So we said keys and keyholes. What else?
Toolbars.
Well, I mean, outlets.
Yeah, tow bars. Yeah,
Plugs and outlets.
yeah.
Earplugs.
Earplugs.
Yeah.
Toilets and toilet brushes.
Anything where you have to insert something.
Yeah.
Ooh, matron.
Dovetailing.
And you're the master. on that.
Insert slot or tab A into slot B. You definitely.
Damn.
That's definitely.
Dovetail, tug and groove. Yeah,
Yep.
it's all the same.
Yeah, headphone jacks and headphone. Okay, maybe we should. I'm going to email the Science Museum with more suggestions this week. Then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. Second in the bin, everybody. Who saw this? Bonnie Blue insists her husband is very proud after she had with 1 million men in one day.
He looks very proud. What a trash. This is trash.
Yeah. He's probably getting a cut of the money. He'll be up.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Otherwise,
gross.
they deserve each other. I don't know.
And she's his bottom bitch.
Plus, he can go out with the lads when she's doing it.
He's not going to want to stay at home much, is he, if that's his wife?
Oh, God.
Well, next year nobody will remember them anyway.
When they're in the Cayman Islands. Hello, George. I was her first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
much you can say about this one.
Yuck.
Gross.
Gross. Let's just move on. I don't even think she's anything. No. Melvin, on your scale of women, marks out of 10?
Disgusting.
So what would you, out of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, what would you equate that to be then?
So what's the high number? The 0 or the 10?
Nah.
Nah.
She
doesn't merit a score.
I would give her 1,000 sloppy hot dogs down a hallway.
I'll give her -1. All right, let's
fair.
move on. Let's move on.
She doesn't get the consideration of a score.
And finally,
very rich though. And finally, this is for the Brits.
oh no, yeah.
Very sad that my lovely granddad, Brian Murphy, passed away this weekend. He was a real inspiration to me as a kid growing up. It was a privilege to be one of Britain's finest actors as a grandfather, and it's truly touching to see how many people loved his work.
Yeah.
Man About the House.
Thing is, though, he always looked old, didn't he? He wasn't that old. Yeah. Always.
So what was he in? He was in Man About the House.
George and Mildred.
George and Mildred was the one really for me, yeah.
And he was in Last of the Summer Wines as well, wasn't he? That
right,
too.
okay.
Yeah. And he's in a lot of sketches, various comedy shows and stuff.
He done all right, 92.
Yeah.
It's not a bad age, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good program.
George and Mildred was a huge hit over here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so big they made a movie out of it, didn't they?
Yeah. Eutha Joyce. Yeah, great. Yeah. Oh,
she
good old
drank herself
days.
to death, didn't she?
She did. She was a proper alcoholic, yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good. He's
Good night,
a pretty
Amelia.
good actor.
Good night, Amelia.
Good night.
Okay.
Cheerio.
Okay, so that's Brian Murphy, everybody.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of emergency last-minute additions to the slides. Shall we do them? Get us up to the 2 hours.
Going in.
2 hours 30.
What's the next one?
Yeah, a couple of things. A couple of things dropped before we started, folks. Literally minutes before we came on. So let me just add them. Who saw this? Elliot Page and Hunter Schafer rumored for MCU roles.
For what?
And
Who's she playing?
Hunter Schafer from Euphoria is rumored to be in talks to play Mystique in Marvel X-Men's reboot.
I don't know who Hunter Schafer is.
No, do I?
But this is the one. Elliot Page, who previously played Kitty Pryde in Fox's X-Men films, has reportedly met with Marvel for an unknown role. Could Marvel retcon Kitty's character into a male, or is Page up for a brand new role in the MCU?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit, everybody? Who gives a
I'm
shit?
with Ian on this one.
Who gives a shit?
Really? Seriously?
I will say no problem with Hunter Schafer playing that role.
Who's Hunter Schafer?
Who is she?
It says she was in Euphoria. She's built well.
Who is she? She's built well. Don't even know who she is. What's she been in?
Euphoria.
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
Nor do I.
Yeah.
So, she looks like an alien.
She looks like what?
Okay.
She looks like an alien.
Oh, okay.
Who is that English actress who played the monk in the first Doctor Strange film? Can't remember her name.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton. She looks like if Tilda Swinton was a much younger mutant.
I see.
She does kind of she does kind of look like Tilda Swinton, but yeah.
Okay.
The kind of the biggest thing she's done were Euphoria, and then she was also in that more recent Hunger Games film, the same one with Rachel Zegler.
But why? I mean, I
why?
thought they were trying to move away from the agenda. Why would they cast Elaine Page in this?
Elaine Page.
Kevin Feige is a weirdo. He's on the team.
Why would they cast? Why would they cast Elaine Page in this thing?
Because she's a good singer.
Exactly.
Here you go, folks.
Because-
Here you go, folks. There are going to be lots of trailers dropping this evening in honor.
Oh
of
yeah, the Super Bowl.
latest Thunderbolts trailer dropped.
what? Latest Thunderbolts. Oh, right.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Trailer, yes.
You know, they could get Ellen Page to play
Not
if they ever
Elaine.
made a Timothy Chalamet bio. She could play
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. But what? Oh, I don't know what she'll be. I mean, what would she be playing? Would she be playing?
So here
She's
you go,
already
right?
been in it. I don't. Why would they recast her?
Nightcrawler. I don't know.
God no.
Okay.
I really
let's
don't
see
know.
it. TPPT. I'm confused, so am I.
So am I.
Okay, let's move on. There was another snippet dropped.
There is another. Oh,
Yay! Superman movie, crypto posters, puppy, blah, 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 whatever. Yay!
This is annoying. This whole thing is annoying.
Yay! Look at that, everybody.
The breed is wrong.
Everybody
For
says.
crypto.
Are you being breedist?
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just the dog's cute. I don't have a problem with it. It's just
whole-
that's
the whole
not the
point of-
same breed that's always been
the whole
presented.
point of
as-
crypto being in this
crypto.
is wrong.
Can we just not have
Oh,
Superman in it and just Superman only? No fucking dogs, no green
exactly.
fucking goblin or whatever. No,
Really.
I don't know. Or is that just me?
I don't know. I just think this film is not going to be as good as everybody thinks it's going to be. I would
why-
love it to be amazing, but it doesn't look like it's going.
Yeah,
to.
why couldn't they have swapped it for a cat? That's the Hollywood way. I'd have been up with that.
I don't know. I think it's daft having crypto in the Superman film, but that's just me.
Well, it's just like it's wrong having all of those other superheroes thrown in
Yeah,
there. It's
thank
just
you.
going to be a mess.
Yeah.
CGI dog as well, isn't it? It's just pure CGI,
Just-
this dog, isn't it?
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Mm.
Oh well, never mind. I hate
Okay, so that's crypto, everybody.
S and I hate the S, and it's just
Dog shit, isn't it?
yeah, dog
Mm.
shit.
Literally. That's what I did there. Unintentionally. Dog shit, everybody. That's humour. Okay. Again, it's a 50-50 job, I feel, yes.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Lots of 50-50s. We don't know which way they're going at the moment. So
Is that his dog in real life? Gun's
no, it's,
dog.
it's a CGI.
Maybe he
dog.
owns a breed like that or something.
I
CGI
see.
in. It's
Yeah,
genuine CGI in.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't be asked.
I would say enjoy the new trailers dropping tonight, folks.
Which one?
So,
There's a ton of them that
Oh, is
we're
there?
dropping. Yeah.
Yep.
Hang on, because I actually wrote this down for the show on Friday, I think.
just amuse yourself, folks. Welcome to Silence on
Yeah.
Is
Brown
there
Light.
a long list of trailers?
The new Thunderbolts trailer just looks like
Yeah,
a trailer
Thunderbolt.
for
Yeah.
looks like a trailer for a Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Right, I got you.
There was this little kind of creature thing for a trailer. What was that?
Is there a new Superman trailer? Is there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Okay.
We're
Nobody
still
cares
waiting
anyway.
we're still waiting for Barbara to come up
I
with
know.
that
I'm
list.
trying to find my.
Do you know you can never find it when you need to?
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
But it
While
was-
you're
it was
finding
like-
that,
But it was like it was like Jurassic Rebirth. It was
yes, that one.
Captain
yeah.
America. It was
Yeah, there's a final trailer
Superman. There was
for that.
a ton of them that
Yeah.
were.
Okay. Nobody cares
that
though.
said
So
that they were
anyway.
being
Okay.
released.
I think that is it, folks. What can
It's a
I say?
Super Bowl.
Great numbers this evening. Stellar numbers.
Bring Buffy back up, bro.
Yeah, I'm just doing it now. Bear with me.
Ah, puppy.
Buffet.
That is it, folks. That's your lot for today. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, and turning up, listening to us talking about what's going on in the Sphere of the Jollywood. Wayfarer is doing his gig next. I think it's going to go auto raid. So he'll be doing his music stuff next. That is it, folks. I will thank the guests. Oh, what a pleasure to have Barbara Lawrence. Cheers, Babs.
Oh, thank you for having me. Always fun.
Great to have you on. Great to have you on. Mega Geek. Cheers, Em. Sorry, you went quiet.
No worries.
Sir Melvin of the Deeply. Cheers, Melvin. Thank you, my friend.
Neighbor Brun.
Professor R2. Cheers, Prof.
Cheers. Always fun to be here.
Price of Reason. Cheers, Price.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Mr. Brownlights. Thank you, Mr. Brownlights. Anybody plugging Price R2?
Yeah, if people can subscribe, there's my main channel, Price of Reason, or Price of Reason Live. That's the one with the live streams every Tuesday and Thursday. There's the Night Owl with Professor R2, 11:45 p.m. Eastern.
Channel links for the guests are in the comments or the description, folks. And kind of leave a comment after the stream. Babs, you got anything to plug?
B-sides every Friday, and at B-roll stage. And what else do I have? It's a busy month for me. I will also be on Total Recall on February 19th. I'm also going to be on Roman of the Empire show on the 13th. And I'm going to be on Sammy's show on the 23rd. So kind of
busy girl. So that is it, folks. I think Trev is doing his gig tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK. Beast up, no idea. We're going to be back on Wednesday. Also back at the weekend. We'll be doing the opening bar modding, me and Melvin. That is it, folks. If we don't see you during the week, have a great week, everybody. Taddy bye. Take care, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.